3-day undercover child solicitation operation conducted by the Johnson County Sheriff's Office as well as the Franklin, Edinburgh, and Greenfield police departments. He was sentenced to 16 years in prison this week. Police say McClendon tried to pick up a 15-year-old girl and groom her for prostitution, but he was actually talking to an undercover cop posing as the 15-year-old. John Herrick, 93, WIBC Mobile News.
WIBC News Time is coming up at 3:04. We have traffic and weather coming up in 1 minute.
Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield has the deals you've been looking for your next car, truck, SUV, or electric vehicle. And right now, during their red, white, and new sales event, you will get independence from car payments with no payments for 3 months and enjoy your freedom in the new Ford F-150 Super Crew or Mustang with 0% APR financing for 48 months. At Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield, they're pros at servicing your commercial vehicles. From medium to heavy-duty F-Series trucks, talk to Andy Moore Ford, the biggest selection of Super Duties in the entire state. Over 175 Super Duty trucks are on the ground and ready for you and your business, and you can save thousands because Andy always gives you more. And with an expert team and a fast turnaround, they know how to keep your business moving. Talk to Andy Moore Ford today. 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield or online at Andy Moore Ford, MOHR.
I love Andy.
AndyMooreFord.com.
We have WIBC traffic with Matt Baer.
All right, John, it's southbound 6570 delayed 5 minutes. North split down to the south split. Crash downtown. It's Pennis South, reported as a motorcycle crash. Also, a wreck on the entrance ramp from southbound 65 to South Keystone Avenue. The ramp is open. It is partially blocked. Southbound 465 on the east side, slow before 70 down to Washington Street. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Here's the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Mostly sunny skies throughout the day today. Temperatures will be climbing into the mid and upper 70s. Mostly clear skies tonight and not as cold with lows falling at 56. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Johnette Cruz on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it! Well, Hammer, once again, the husband of Micah Beckwith's chief of staff, is embarrassing his wife and the lieutenant governor's office in general. Sherry Ellis is the chief of staff. Stu Ellis is her husband. Let me ask you a question. Like, my wife doesn't really... She listens to the show. She'll be impressed when I talk to somebody, when we have somebody famous on the show, or, you know, or I'm excited about something. But Lindsay would never insert herself. It's a matter of fact, it's the complete opposite. She had one of her bosses send her a YouTube stream of me twerking a couple of weeks ago. So that's embarrassing. All right, but they get it. They don't care.
But that's like a fun
it's
part
a fun,
of the gig type
they
of
know
thing.
what I do for a living. They know what we do for a living. This is something different, though. Right? This is...
It's ridiculous we have to keep talking about this guy. His name is Stu Ellis. And again, he's the husband of Micah Beckwith's chief of staff. So he has no real role, but he's very active in talking about politics, often sharing things about, the Beckwith team, and his wife is the chief of staff. But this moron keeps putting things out on social media because he wants to be Johnny Hot Take. I don't know if he's insecure that his wife has a really cool job and he can't handle that and that he's not the center of attention. But this idiot, he keeps putting things out there, making his wife's job harder.
You and I have cool jobs, but our wives don't get involved in it.
Correct. Like when we get into it with a politician, or in my case, a local TV station or something like that, Crystal doesn't jump in and insert herself into it.
Yes.
It's my fight, right?
Yes.
And it's the same with you. But this guy, Johnny Insincere here, Johnny Insecurities, he can't handle it. So Stu puts this out on social media today. Again, tell me if this is something representative of the lieutenant governor's office.
Okay.
Quote,
All right.
if you wonder why the GOP never actually advances conservative interests, it's because they're gay. No, seriously, the staffers are largely homosexual and do not hold conservative values. And he shares a link to some article about a friend of Steve Bannon's who says that the reason legislation doesn't get done is that everybody's gay. Okay.
We're back to the gay excuse.
Correct. He's got a right to say whatever he wants. I'm not saying jail Stu. You know, I'm not saying he should be kicked off of social media. But if I were his wife, if I were the chief of staff and somebody put something that idiotic out there, like legislation isn't getting passed because everybody's gay. No, legislation doesn't get passed because people are bought and paid for. Legislation doesn't get passed because these politicians are lining their pockets. And we, as a voting group, we have a hand in that because we keep sending people back to the State House to do those things.
Can you just please, for me, read? I'm trying to understand Stu Ellis's post here. If you could read that first part again.
Quote, if you wonder why the GOP never actually advances conservative interests, it's because they're gay. No, seriously, the staffers are largely homosexual and do not hold conservative values. So according to Stu,
that's why nothing's getting done.
Right. And according to Stu, if you are gay, you are incapable of passing good legislation. Like, what an insanely idiotic thing. Now, full, disclosure here, I'm not a gay man. I think you guys know this.
You're not?
But this is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. I could only imagine what this poor guy's wife has to deal with because this guy can't control himself. He wants to be the center of attention so bad. Now, the reason we're talking about this is because this isn't the first time this moron has done something like this. Previously, this was the guy that said, one, WIBC is ran and bought and paid for by Jeff Soros. All of the hosts, they're just stooges for Soros. So that tells you something right there.
Okay.
But also, he was the one that basically posted on social media that there was a grand jury investigation going on. Now, Micah Beckwith has denied that, but let's go back 1 week, Nige. This was, I believe, last Thursday on our program when Stu said that there was a grand jury investigation and we were bought and paid for by Soros. The husband of your chief of staff, this moron, goes on social media, rips WIBC, and saying that we're all bought by Soros. And, I get if there's a beef with other members of our station here, but when this idiot starts bringing me into this thing, that's where I got a problem, Micah. He's the one that said there was a grand jury involved. May have been an accident, but he put it out on social media. So the $1 million question is there a grand jury looking into activities from your office?
No, we haven't heard that. And listen, okay, Stu is he's a friend, but he's not part of our office. Okay, Sherry's doing a great job.
He's a moron, Micah, and we know each other well enough. I can say he's embarrassing his wife. At what point does Micah,
I love it,
or his boss, the governor, step in and say, Sherry, we love you. You're doing a great job. You're a sweetheart. But your husband is a moron, and he's making everybody look bad.
I gotta love it when you interrupted the lieutenant governor to tell him his chief of staff's husband was a moron. I mean, slow clap.
Thank you.
That was impressive.
If his angle was that These gay people are forcing their agendas on your kids. Like, all right, fine, whatever. But his whole angle was simply, yeah, they're gay, and that's why we're not getting anything done. Like, there's a lot of reasons why we could crap on elected officials in this state, but bought and paid for is number one, probably through number 67. And then after that, there's a big drop-off. Their sexual preference, I don't believe, is why we got, nothing on property tax. I don't believe that's why, redistricting may or may not happen. What a complete idiot. And if I were this Sherry chick, I'd be mortified. And if I'm somebody in Micah Beckwith's office, I have to pull the share bear aside here and go, listen, we respect you. You are the chief of staff, but your husband looks like the kind of guy that's eating crayons.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if I started doing stuff towards my wife's company and they would pull her aside, they would pull me aside. And the same is true if Lindsay would do the same thing to us. She would never do that.
Right.
She doesn't listen to me.
And how would Lindsay react if you went on social media and let's say Lindsay works for Company Z and you started saying all these embarrassing things to make Company Z look bad?
Yeah.
She'd beat the hell out of you.
Are you kidding me?
I'd get the hell beat out of me just by knowing you. So I know there are more important things going on, certainly in the world today.
No, this is interesting, though.
But this is habitual because this guy, he needs the attention all the time. He can't handle that his wife is a big deal and he's small potatoes, and that drives him nuts. So let me be the latest to remind everybody, his wife is a big deal and he is small potatoes, because I know that probably drives him insane. And I'm rooting for Micah. Like, unlike maybe Rob at this point, I want Micah to do well.
I'm too.
I want Micah to do well.
Sure.
I want that office to do well. It's still early on in the process here. They got time to turn things around. I'm rooting for these people. But this moron makes it difficult for people to take them seriously. And I know he's not an official spokesperson, but Micah, he kind of dances around that. Like, you heard that little soundbite with us.
No,
he's not a spokesman, but
he has nothing to do with their office.
But he also hasn't told him to shut the hell up. So we'll see what happens. Like, sooner or later, like, somebody's got to tell this guy, let your wife talk and you sit in the corner, spin around. She's the beta. She's the alpha. You're the beta. This guy, good Lord. We're rooting for Micah, but this guy makes it hard. Matt Bear.
All right, Hammer, looking at eastbound 70 out in Hendricks County. That is slow traffic. County Road 525 east out to State Road 267. Northbound 65 south side slow from Raymond Street up to the south split. Southbound 65 70 delayed 6 minutes from the north split down to the south split. And West Street jammed both directions downtown Maryland to 10th, vice versa. That's because of road construction. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code radio for an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Like, and this is why we can't have nice things. Like on the YouTube chat, whoever People's Radio 317 is. Now it makes sense. He badmouthed WIBC. That's what you took from that? That's what you took. This moron blatantly lies. He embarrasses the office that we are rooting for success with. He embarrasses his wife. He says things that are re-damn-diculous. But People's Radio 317, now we know why he badmouthed WIBC. On behalf of the fine folk here at WIBC, People's Radio,
there it is.
Do everyone a favor, take a fork. Heat it up on a stove, get it nice and hot, and jam that bad boy up the backside.
Ouch.
Right now, sunshine. We are looking at 74 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Big stories happening all over the world today. Some fun, some not so fun. We'll get you up to date with everything. And Governor Mike Braun will be joining us about 5:30 in studio.
Can we ask him about this guy?
We will, absolutely. We'll see what the big boss man feels like about what's happening with his lieutenant governor's office. Right. So we got a busy show today. Thank you for letting me rant. That guy is just so stupid. He's making Republicans look bad, and it pisses me off. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Do you spend half your day walking or standing while working? If you have foot, knee, or low back pain, the Good Feet store wants to help you like we helped Tony.
Pain that I experience the most is foot pain from being on my feet all day. You're having to kind of talk to yourself through the whole shift, like, I got this, I can do this. Before, I felt defeated, and now it's like, all right, let's go. I'm ready. A whole new life, like sunshine coming on.
And here's Dennis.
Working at an amusement park, it's always on your feet. I just couldn't take it. I just couldn't believe that putting these arch supports in made that much of a difference that quickly. Good Feet just took that pain away, and I could do my job, and I could take care of my family. I know what my tomorrow's going to be. It's going to be positive, and it's going to be pain-free.
You deserve a better life, too. Stop into the Good Feet store today. We're located in Castleton by the Fashion Mall or in Greenwood, just off the 65.
Thanks to the Good Feet store. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Well, summer's still hot, and so are the deals at Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get 0% for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Aviator and Nautilus, or 0.9% for 72 months on 2025 Grand Touring Corsair. Or how about a $50,000 Lincoln Corsair from just $499 per month? So come get one of those hot summer deals at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
MSRP $52.20, 36-month term, $2,500 due at signing, $499 a month, 10,500 miles per year. Good through 8/31/25.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers and Carmel, designers of fine custom jewelry.
You're
listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Oh, man, it's been 24 hours. And I'm already tired of hearing about Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce's wedding.
Has it even been 24 hours? It feels like it's been 6 months already. Good Lord.
What do they have in common in terms of fame and fortune? That's what
There's
they have
that.
in common, right? It's
That's
fame
it.
and fortune.
Right.
And is that why they get along so well? I mean, Taylor Swift is not going to marry a janitor.
Right. She's always
I mean,
had high-profile dudes, right? You've got to be somebody of a major status to be with
Travis
Taylor
Kelce
Swift.
is a big, bulging, busting man who's won several Super Bowls. And I will say it's exciting watching somebody you know play a sport at a high level.
You know Travis Kelce?
I don't know Travis Kelce, but I know my buddy Eric Riggs, who played AAA ball for several different leagues, and we would go and watch him. And it is very exciting. So I understand that feeling.
Right.
But that doesn't have anything to do with marriage.
Listen,
Or
I don't
maybe
care
it
if they're in
does.
love. I don't care what's going on here. I'm tired of us treating like World War III just started with the news coverage. Like yesterday, I was kind of giving Jake in our newsroom a hard time. Like 4 straight newscasts, the top story was, ladies and gentlemen, it's happening. It's here. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Jesus, it's happening. It's like, maybe we pump the brakes here just a little bit.
Hurricane arriving on the, on the East Coast.
Right. It's not like, a bomb just got dropped in Whiteland or anything. Let's settle down here just a little bit. But you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Because the president of the United States, Donald Trump, was asked about the engagement of these two people yesterday at a very important cabinet meeting.
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are engaged, and the world wants your reaction, sir.
Well, I wish him a lot of luck. I think he's a great player. I think he's a great guy, and I think that she's a terrific person. So I wish them a lot of luck.
She's a terrific person because she single-handedly handed Marsha Blackburn the victory there in Tennessee, correct?
By endorsing her opponent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she's, but Kelsey's been to the White House after the Super Bowl.
Correct. And neither one of them are going to be putting on a MAGA hat anytime soon.
No,
but when I hear
you don't
Donald
have
Trump
to do
say that, though, you got to know Trump just a little bit. That was kind of an insincere wishing you luck. And here's what I'm talking about. Great moments in Donald Trump insincere wishing you luck history, okay? Great moments in Donald Trump insincere wishing you luck history.
Okay.
This is when a reporter asked him about Alec Baldwin getting arrested.
Alec Baldwin was just arrested for punching somebody out during a parking dispute. Any reaction to his arrest? Who was arrested? Alec Baldwin. He punched somebody out during a parking dispute. I wish him luck.
Okay. Here is when
very insincere.
Somebody asked Donald Trump on the upcoming wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
I'm not a fan of hers, and I would say this, and she probably has heard that, but I wish a lot of luck to Harry, because he's going to need it.
And last but certainly not least, great moments in Donald Trump insincerely wishing you luck history. This is when Michael Avenatti was arrested.
Do you have any reaction to Michael Avenatti being arrested for domestic violence?
No, I wish him the best of luck. I wish him the best of luck.
So it's kind
This
of a
was Stormy Daniels' lawyer
Right.
that got arrested.
little backhanded compliment when Trump says, I wish you luck. Somebody in the YouTube chat, I think it's Vic Ferrari. Big news, Travis Kelce is pregnant. Well, I've seen that joke on social media.
Yes.
Here's the thing. Travis Kelce is getting beat up over this, right? Last couple of years, he's gone from this like big, rugged, trash-talking, hip-hop tight end to a dude that's endorsing Pfizer. He was like the Pfizer spokesman for the vaccines, and now he's got like a weird porno stash. He's doing different things to his hair.
He's going to get criticized if he has a bad year with the Chiefs.
And he's getting older. I mean, that could easily happen. Father Time catches up to every football player. But there is somebody that's been willing to stand up and defend Travis Kelce against all of the people, all of the haters, including myself, who've had a little fun at his expense. Here to share her perspective is AI producer Allison.
Look, you fat bastard, leave them alone. I'm sick and damn tired of people ripping on Travis. Do you know what I would do to that man? He's sexy as hell. I would rip his pants off and then...
Sure.
I learned that trick in college. It's illegal in 47 states, and that's just the start. I would do things to that man that would make Mike Pence's head spin around. I haven't even gotten to the bullwhip in Honey yet. That's for another time. So how about you, shut the hell up about Travis. I would do unspeakable things to that man. I'm a freak. I'm down for the sweaty stuff, and you are fat. AI Allison out.
AI producer Allison.
Bravo.
Weighing in on Travis Kelce.
Bravo.
Real Allison out.
It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
When you own a business, it feels like everything's on you. Orders, deliveries, employees, on you. That's why Comcast Business is giving you a year of mobile on us with your internet service.
Really?
Yep. We'll cover your first line of mobile for 1 year. So calling customers, getting directions, texting Janine and shipping, on us. The broken coffee maker? That one's still on you, which means you'll save hundreds for your business and get the fastest mobile service with 5G cellular and Wi-Fi hotspots on us. But hurry, this deal won't last long. Get a mobile plan and free up the budget to maybe, I don't know, fix that coffee maker? Get mobile on us for 1 year, you guessed it, on us. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 10/9/25. Restrictions apply. New mobile customers only with internet standard service or above. Limited to value of 1 unlimited intro line apply via 12 monthly internet bill credits. 1 discount per account. Fastest mobile based on mobile Wi-Fi and cellular data in service areas. Ookla Speed Test Intelligence 2H24.
Fall is approaching and Miss M's Home and Garden is ready to help you. Visit the Garden Center for all things fall and shop the Labor Day weekend sale. Now at Miss M's, save 20% on all trees, shrubs, and patio furniture and 30% on all pottery. These are the deals you don't want to miss. Get ahead of the fall planning. Add some color with high-quality pottery or get a few pieces of poly patio furniture just in time for the cooler fall nights. Miss M's on State Road 135 south of Whiteland Road in Bargersville. Closed Labor Day.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $404 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Mass shooting earlier today. It's partly cloudy, 74 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. I'm Jonette Cruz. Here is what's trending at 3:31. Terror strikes a Catholic school filled with children in Minneapolis. Fox's Jeff Manasso reports.
There are no words that can capture the horror and the evil of this unspeakable act.
Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry, 2 school children are dead, 17 hurt, some critically, after a person armed with 3 weapons opened fire from outside church windows onto a morning mass at Annunciation Catholic School and church.
The coward who fired these shots ultimately took his own life in the rear of the church.
Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara of the area closed to the public. Local state police and federal agencies on scene as the investigation begins into that now dead suspect, with a search of multiple locations underway. Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
Earlier this month, President Trump announced that he was going to take over the Metropolitan Police Department to help limit the crime by deploying over 800 National Guard troops to the nation's capital. So far, the police department has arrested over 1,000 people and more than 100 guns have been taken off the streets. The D.C. mayor spoke to reporters discussing whether Chicago would agree with the president's plan to send troops to their state.
We are unique in that we're always going to have a different relationship with the federal government. Because we are the seat of the nation's capital.
Members of the Democratic Party criticized the president's idea of sending troops to D.C., calling it an overreach. The Keeper of Culture series is unveiling a new mural from Indianapolis artist William Minion. The mural, located on the side of the XG Groom Room Barbershop, is one of none other than Pacers star Tyrese Halliburton.
We had our first muralist pass the torch to our third muralist. They have a bit of an age gap, so the wisdom that is instilled one upon the other is what we want to continue.
Butterfine Art Fair director Deanna Craig told Wish TV at the unveiling Tuesday that it's the 3rd mural in the series. The fair begins Thursday and runs through Sunday. We have traffic and weather coming up in just a minute.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
With your WIBC traffic, here's Matt Baer.
All right, John, at eastbound 70 before State Road 267. The delay is starting to break up. We're still stopped about a mile before that for a couple of miles. Looking at southbound 65 at 70, that's stop traffic. North split to the south split delayed 3 minutes. Eastbound 70 slows Harding into the south split, 2-minute delay. Northbound 65 slow down at Raymond Street into the south split because of road construction. And on the north side, eastbound 465 slow but moving after Keystone Avenue over to I-69. Crash downtown, Pennant South. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Decorative Concrete. Indy Decorative Concrete makes summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st to visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Now here's a forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Extremely quiet here for your Wednesday afternoon. Today's high 75, running about 10 degrees below average. Mostly clear, eventually partly cloudy overnight. We're not quite as chilly. Should be quite comfortable. A low of 56. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Marcus Bailey for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jonette Cruz on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel show. My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. We'll go to the hotline and bring on Tony Kennet, host of the Tony Kennet Cast, which airs right after our program at 7 o'clock right here on 93 WIBC. Also is an investigative reporter for dailysignal.com. TK, how are you?
The cicadas are screaming, so are the Democrats. I'm having a good time.
Well, I feel like the Democrats are going back to the racism bucket, as you put it in a text. And a good example of this is Jasmine Crockett had something to say about Donald Trump wanting to fire his Federal Reserve Governor, Lisa Cook. Who is this woman? There's some mortgage fraud allegations, and Trump wants her out of there.
Yeah, so Lisa Cook, one of the lots of members of the Federal Board of Governors for the Reserve. She's a lady who, yes, in fact, happens to be black. That's why Jasmine Crockett's very, very upset. I am disappointed, by the way, Nigel. You didn't do an impression. Give us your best Jasmine Crockett. But
stay away from that.
We're not falling for that trick.
No.
Ah, man, that money the Indy Star paid me is going to go to waste. Anywho. Lisa Cook, she committed mortgage fraud. And I'm sorry, I want to make this clear. It is verified that this woman put down 2 different home addresses on different mortgage applications within the span of like 2 weeks, saying, no, this one's my primary address. No, this one's my primary address. Yeah, that's very illegal. And mortgage fraud is not one of those where you have to prove magical intent and you have to say, well, she did it because she felt oppressed or whatever. No, if you put down 2 different addresses and you lie about what they are to get a lower mortgage rate, yeah, that's mortgage fraud. And Trump says, maybe we shouldn't have a chick committing mortgage fraud as a member of the Federal Reserve Chair, Reserve Board of Governors. And so everyone's freaking out.
And then we go from there to a clip that you and I played yesterday of Brandon Johnson, the mayor of Chicago, looking at what Trump is doing in D.C., does not want anything to do with that in Chicago, and he's almost more or less said locking up violent offenders and criminals is racist.
And unholy, which coming from Brandon Johnson, that's like getting beauty tips from Lori Lightfoot before him. But anywho, I'm a little confused as to why they think that just calling everything racist again. I mean, this isn't brand new news. Neither of you were shocked Our listeners aren't shocked here on 93.1. Everyone knows this is the same routine. They're going to try it again. They said Trump was racist for saying maybe don't call being punctual white supremacists at the Smithsonian. They said he was racist for supporting black people. Now he's racist for not supporting black people. Okay, here we go.
But the thing is, Tony, I guess maybe I am a little surprised because that didn't work last election cycle, right? Saying everybody was racist, if you disagree with me, got their asses handed to them. So you would think there would be some political advisor somewhere that would have this come to Jesus meeting with the Dems and go, hey, maybe tell Representative Crockett, maybe tell Ilhan Omar that their services are no longer needed in the media because this isn't resonating.
Well, see, that's the problem, Hammer. You can't just suggest that they learn from prior mistakes because remember the last election in which they chose a longtime California Democrat with no accomplishments who ran a big social media campaign to be president?
I do.
Now, I want you to tell me, who is polling the highest right now in the Democrat Party? Is it a California Democrat with a big social media campaign with no accomplishments?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they have learned a whole lot. They're having this big meeting, this big convention. I think it's somewhere in Minnesota this week. And one of the keynote speakers was up there really hammering home the message, the lecture that, listen, most Americans don't care about carjackings and crime and illegal immigration. We need to focus on homeless and mental health.
And then you had Representative Jamie Raskin of Maryland. Honest to God, I couldn't believe it. We played the clip on our show last night. It's wild. Jamie Raskin got up in front of the country and said, well, you know, crime is really a part of America's history. So statues are not. Names of U.S. forts are not. But, man, crime, boy, that's an integral part of our history. You can't just get rid of that.
Tony Kennet from the Tony Kennet cast here on 93 WIBC, Hammer and Nigel show. Last week we were just starting in the beginning. Trump's, I don't know, what do you call it, his experiment, his thing going down in Washington, D.C., bringing the National Guard in, federalizing law enforcement. Seems to be going pretty well. One homicide within the past 12 to 14 days. Hell, man, here in Indianapolis, it's multiple homicides a day. What your overall big picture, your thoughts on what Trump has been able to accomplish in cleaning up Washington, D.C., this ahead of the 250th anniversary next year?
I mean, very, very simple as far as the deep political analysis here. It turns out when the Democrats who've never once fixed a city are no longer running the crime and safety routines, things get a lot better. So I would encourage all red state governors, and I mean every single red state governor. Missouri, send the Guard into St. Louis. Indiana, send the Guard into Indianapolis. Fix it. Point out all of these blue states and these blue governors like Andy Beshear of Kentucky that refuse to dispatch the National Guard to Louisville. Fix it. I'm tired of this, but local government. No, screw you. I'm tired of people being killed because you elected horrible people. Fix it.
And we talked about this yesterday, Tony. The problem that we're going to have, unfortunately, places like Indianapolis, places like Chicago, where you've got an incompetent mayor, an even worse prosecutor, and the judges, maybe even worse than both of them combined. Yeah. You're going to have to bring in somebody over the top, right? Like, not everywhere can have a Judge Janine come in D.C. and crack down and actually do the job that is supposed to be done. There's a lot of people needed to make this work in some of these hotspot states.
Gosh, it would kind of suck if we didn't have a super majority in the legislature to kind of clear that stuff up that could say, if a city has desisted into crime and chaos, in that kind of situation, with the approval of the Indiana State Judiciary, Legislature, and Executive, there could be a special election called, there could be a temporary replacement. I mean, my God, if they can allow Ball State to take over Muncie's school corporations, certainly we don't have to sit here as Ryan Mears gives a happy to every criminal he lets out of prison to run the streets again.
And you're right. I'm not disagreeing with you, but in this state, I can't speak for anybody else. A much larger problem than radical Democrats are weak, wishy-washy Republicans. People that are in charge, people that have authority, like Rod Bray and Todd Houston. The reason why we don't have property tax relief, these weak, soft-ass Republicans, to me, are at least a bigger problem than any Democrat.
So on the property tax issue, I will once again float a reminder that it is the lack of care and concern from a lot of Hoosiers about their local county commissioners and county councils who decide how a lot of the money is spent, where a lot of that rests. But I will say this regarding the sloshy, wish-washy Republicans. They are on their way out. And there are, in fact, others who are going to put up a bit of a fight who are replacing them. Now, I know there are some who said, no, don't fight. That's not kind to the voters. But, again, if you're just going to sit there and scream no matter what, then, I don't necessarily think that that's useful. So,
all right, finally, Tony Kennet here. Tony Kennet Cast writes for dailysignal.com. Where are you at officially on this topic of redistricting? We had some
redistricts now.
Okay, so because we had some legislators go out to Washington D.C. this week, and it seems like some of them changed their mind, including Jim Lucas. And I'm wondering your thoughts. You want to explain why we should redistrict right now?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Andre Carson does not have some type of a magical constitutional right to a little one-county district that's all perfect and square, while I, over in the 6th Congressional District, have to share a voting district with Columbus. The eastern central portion of the state has nothing in common with the people in Columbus, culturally, economically, industry-wise. So why do we have to be gerrymandered, but he gets to keep his precious little seat, what, for some appearance of balance that the Democrats would never honor? Why? Cut up the map. I just don't care. Oh, it's not honoring to the voter. That doesn't make any sense at all. Soft-footed libertarian arguments that come out of Dr. Seuss books are not the real world. It's not how the Indiana Constitution works, not how the U.S. Constitution works. Redistrict the freaking maps.
Boy, there is quite a difference of opinion on this station between our hosts over this topic.
Right. There's only one way that I think we can settle this. Royal Rumble. Instead of a night with WIBC this year, it's WIBC Royal Rumble. We'll bring in Triple H and the WWE, and the last one in the ring gets their microphone time.
I mean, as long as there's a couple of good steaks and some scotch beforehand, I'm there.
All right.
What's coming up with the big show tonight?
Well, on the other side of the libertarian thing, it's guns, guns, guns down at the border over here in the Midwest, and maybe some advice on how to make your own illegal firearms at home.
Oh, I'm sure Guy Relford's going to love that. That's coming up tonight, 7 o'clock, right after our program here on 93 WIBC. The Tonus, Tony Kennet, my man, great stuff.
Thanks, guys. You're the best.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
If you're experiencing a hardship and need to quickly sell your home, we may be able to help. Simple Quarters has helped over 3,000 families sell their homes in Indiana.
Simple Quarters has helped me by allowing me to sell my house. It's given me the financial stability to be able to move and go on with that next chapter. Simple Quarters was the best option for me because there was no BS involved. It was simply straightforward, to the point, honesty. And that is what made me go with Simple Quarters. There was nothing that I didn't expect. They didn't have hidden fees. They didn't ask me to go get an appraisal. They didn't ask me to have a surveyor come out. This has probably been one of the easiest experiences in my life. And if I ever have to do it again, I would call Simple Quarters again. Simple Quarters absolutely kept their word through the whole process.
Call Simple Quarters 317-900-HOME. 317-900-HOME.
Hammer here from my friends at Diamonds Direct. Keystone at the crossing, the north side, right there by the Green Bridge. If you see the Green Bridge, you will see Diamonds Direct. And when you walk into that beautiful showroom, someone will greet you. They might even offer you a beverage, and then the amazing staff will give you the best customer service you've ever had. Once you go jewelry shopping, diamond shopping at Diamonds Direct, you won't go anywhere else. The staff treats you with respect, and they stay within your budget. And that's important. If you're going to spend a lot of money, you don't want to be pressured into spending more than you have. Diamonds Direct makes sure that you get the biggest bang for your dollar. They've already got the biggest selection and the lowest prices. They want you to keep coming back, and that's why I keep going back. And right now at Diamonds Direct, guys, if you buy an engagement ring, maybe you're thinking about popping the question, buy that ring right now, get the wedding band for free. Buy the engagement ring, get the wedding band for free. Diamonds Direct, Keystone at the Crossing. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's family-owned jewelry store, is dedicated to quality and fine craftsmanship. Let them help you celebrate that special moment in your life. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Offer ends September 1st. IndyDecorativeConcrete.com.
More tariffs later, tornadoes possible.
WIBC.com gives you more than just headlines. It's context, updates, and insight. Whether you're at work, on the move, or catching up late, the latest is already there. Stay in the know while you're on the go at WIBC.com.
All right, Matt Baer, what's going on?
Southbound 65, 70 downtown. That is jammed up from the north split down to the south split because of construction. Eastbound 70 delayed 2 minutes. Harding Street into the south split. West Street stopped both the directions right now. South Street up to 10th, and that is because of construction that'll hopefully be done at the end of September. East side southbound 465 slow before 72 south Shadeland, and northbound 465 on the northwest side slows 86 to 865. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Sunshine 74 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Yes, I'm a mess with an S on my chest, got stress.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Man, I love ding-dongs.
Did you get that, Allison? Is that going to make its way on the montage on Friday?
The reason why I am saying this is because there is a national recall for Hostess ding-dongs.
Oh, no.
After mold was found in the snack. God, I've loved ding-dongs since I was a kid. I've consumed ding-dongs. I've eaten ding-dongs. I just...
And there's nothing worse than a moldy ding-dong.
Moldy ding-dongs are awful. I think I like it better. Is Hostess a Twinkies, too?
Yes.
Okay.
Ding-dong or Twinkie? Choose your fighter.
Wow. Ding-dong.
Okay.
Ding-dong. Now, they don't come in the
foil?
The foil anymore, do they?
No. They come in like the wrapper now.
I wish they came in the foil. But Hammer and Nigel Records has come out with a new jingle just to warn everybody about this new issue with the mold and the ding-dongs.
Attention snack lovers. Hostess Ding Dongs reminds you to check before you chomp.
Hostess Ding Dongs, they're the best. Just be careful if you ingest creamy green filling just for you. It might be mold that will make you spew. Hostess Ding Dongs, try them today. We hope that you don't pass away.
Eat at your own risk.
We hope you don't pass away. Jeez.
How would you describe a ding-dong?
It's chocolate. It's round.
It's like a cake.
Right.
Round.
It's a miniature cake. Kind of looks like a tire almost. There's a creamy filling.
Yes.
And you're right. It used to be wrapped in foil. And if you've ever put one in the fridge or freezer.
Yes.
Next level. Next level. Miss Allison, can we please hear from the Attorney General of the great state of Indiana?
Legal stuff.
Crime, punishment, judges, legal stuff.
Legal stuff.
Dateline Nashville. A woman in Nashville was arrested last week after pulling a gun on a homeless dude who allowed his dog to poop in her lawn.
Oh.
He didn't clean up after the dog. Jennifer Evans is also accused of assaulting a police officer as she was being arrested. Here are some of the neighbors talking about this crazy broad fighting the cops.
We was coming down the road and it was all types of police over here. It ain't never nothing like that going around here.
You could tell that he was shook up. It's very scary. I mean, I would have been feared for my life, I would say.
When you're homeless, you're not carrying around bags. You know, you might be carrying your clothing bag, but not a bag to clean up poop. You know, I don't think it would have hurt this lady's yard for a bit of poop to be there.
I believe it is mortifying. I realized this. We have a new puppy, Junior, and I take it for a walk before I leave for work, and I forgot the bags. And I don't take for a long walk, like 20 minutes around the courtyard, around the courts. But Junior took a dump like I've never seen. Like, I don't know what I was feeding this dude. He's a little Havanese puppy.
He's a little guy.
He's a lowrider. And nobody was out there at the time at the house, and I didn't have a bag. So I took him home, and I walked back, and I cleaned up the poop.
Well, that's nice. You went back. Most people wouldn't do that.
I went back, but it was mortifying just to watch him sit there and just desecrate this person's lawn with awful dog poop.
Big logs. What are you feeding that thing?
Coming out of a tiny Havanese puppy. And like, if the guy would have walked out there, I would have had no excuse. I'm like, yeah, sorry, I forgot the bags. I'll come back. And I walked back, and I tried to find it as best I could. And it's mortifying when you forget your bags.
It is. We've had a lot of good sound bites this break from Nige. Quote, it's mortifying when you can't find your bags. And even as a kid, I love ding-dongs. It's a lot of good sound bites we can use for this Friday montage, Allison. Real quick before we hit a break here, Nige, if you're looking for a reason to drink tonight.
Yes.
Happy 44th birthday to actor Patrick J. Adams. He's the dude on the show Suits that had the eidetic memory. He was the lawyer that didn't have the law degree. If you watch Suits, Patrick J. Adams, 44.
Yeah, he was the underling.
Right. The love interest of Meghan Markle.
Yes.
On that show. So this got me thinking. Best fictional lawyer from movies, TV shows.
Oh, no question. Tom Cruise in The Firm.
Oh, good answer.
No question.
I was going with My Cousin Vinny. My Cousin Vinny.
Oh, man, that's rough.
Allison?
Oh, yeah.
Favorite fictional lawyer?
I'm going to go with Elle Woods.
Oh,
Legally
good
Blonde.
call. Good call. Her reckless abandonment argument.
Yeah.
That kind of set things rolling for Elle Woods.
Honorable
mention, Jim Carrey's character in Liar Liar.
Yeah.
Saul Goodman, Unfrozen Caveman Lawyer, Matlock, Seinfeld fans, Jackie Childs.
Matthew McConaughey's character in A Time to Kill.
Jake Brigance.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Let us know your favorite fictional lawyer at Hammer and Nigel, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the YouTube chat. Top stories coming up next.
When it comes to retirement, it's not just what you've saved, it's what you keep that matters. Howard Bailey Financial invites you to join our free educational event featuring nationally recognized IRA expert and CPA Ed Slott, where he will focus on strategies to help reduce unnecessary taxes, avoid common mistakes, and plan smarter for the years ahead. This event is ideal for anyone in or nearing retirement who wants to make the most of what they've saved. Reserve your spot at the Forum in Fishers on Thursday, September 11th by calling or texting ED to 888-262-1104. Space is limited, so reserve your spot today by calling or texting ED to 888-262-1104. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Central Indiana knows tough, but your water shouldn't be. Indiana ranks among the hardest water in the country, and your home is paying the price. Connecticut's non-electric technology means no timer, settings, or headaches. Just water that works, even when the power doesn't. And the twin tank design means clean, soft water 24/7. Connecticut water softeners are the solution, made in the U.S. Visit ConnecticutIndy.com and mention Made in the U.S. for an additional $250 off your purchase of a softener. Connecticut, American-made, Midwest tough.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text Hammer and Nigel to 46220 today.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577. For service today.
Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's family-owned jewelry store, is dedicated to quality and fine craftsmanship. Let them help you celebrate that special moment in your life. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, what one woman says she's going to do to help the homelessness problem in Indy, what police say an Indianapolis man who's a career criminal did this time, and the Indianapolis Colts general manager answers some questions today. Those stories and more after Fox News on 93 WIBC. WIBC HD1 Indianapolis, and it's now 4 o'clock.
This is a Fox News alert. What the FBI says about a mass shooting in Minneapolis. I'm Lisa Brady. FBI Director Kash Patel just confirming the shooting that left 2 Catholic school students dead and 17 people injured at a Minneapolis church is being investigated as a hate crime targeting Catholics and an act of domestic terrorism. Police say the shooter had 3 guns and opened fire from outside the church on children praying during a mass marking their first week of school.
It was very scary. It was like my friend got shot in the back. He's in the hospital right now.
That 10-year-old survivor also says they never practiced active shooter drills in the church.
We've only practiced it in the main school, so we really didn't know what to do. We just got into the pews and he shot through the stained glass windows.
14 of the injured are students. 3 are parishioners in their 80s. The FBI director also confirming the identity of the gunman who committed suicide. Robin Westman had been born Robert Westman, petitioning for a name change in 2019. Court documents show as a minor, identifying as a female. The Star Tribune reporting Westman's mother once worked at the school. Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara just telling reporters they're conducting searches at several residences and retrieving more weapons.
We're also aware of a manifesto that the shooter had timed to be released on YouTube. This manifesto appeared to show him at the scene and included some disturbing writings.
He says that has since been taken down. Governor Tim Walz calls the shooting an unthinkable situation that's all too common.
It's Minnesota's day today, and it's my strongest desire that no state, no community, no school ever experiences a day like this.
Asking for action, not just prayers. President Trump ordering flags at half staff. The Dow up 146 at the bell. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Homelessness and what one woman thinks she can do. Mostly cloudy and 76 in the Circle City. I'm John Herrick. Here's what's trending at 4:02. People don't just become homeless, says an Indianapolis woman who's experienced it. Ryan Hedrick reports on a leader working to address the problem.
You probably already know that Indianapolis spends millions of dollars each year trying to help people who are homeless. But what is the city lacking?
I believe personally that they could use an emergency shelter.
That's Jaleesa Molina. She runs Redeemed City Safe Place.
And what I mean by that is not just a cot on the floor. I mean like an actual shelter that has individual rooms where they have to go through programming.
And she's looking at a space in Indianapolis right now where she could do all that. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
An Indianapolis man with a criminal history was sentenced to prison this week for promotion of child sex trafficking. His name is Dion McClendon, and he's 52 years old. Police say McClendon wanted to go to Johnson County and get a 15-year-old girl involved in prostitution, but he was arrested in a sting operation. Detectives say McClendon admitted to them that he liked to provide protection and guidance to prostitutes, and he has a criminal history that spans roughly 3 decades. McClendon got 16 years in prison. A new study from the Shirazi law firm says that Indiana has the highest rate of wage theft violations in the country. The report, which analyzed the last 5 years of data, found more than 6,500 violations per 100,000 people. Despite ranking first in violations, Indiana was 26th in the amount of back wages paid to workers. Indiana gas at $3.35 a gallon on average today, says Gas Buddy. That's up 19 cents from this time last week. Why did the Indianapolis Colts go with Daniel Jones as their starting quarterback for this season? Colts general manager Chris Ballard discussed that in a press conference today.
His ability to run the offense, to get him out of good and bad plays, to know the checks, just the things that most veteran quarterbacks can do.
Ballard says Anthony Richardson is progressing at the quarterback position, but Jones is just further along than he is. The Colts begin their season September 7th against Miami. It's 4:04, your traffic and weather in 1 minute.
Hi, this is Denny Smith for Exercise Inc. I've been working out there now for nearly 2 decades, and let me tell you, it works. I'm in my 70s now, and I'm doing things on the farm that I couldn't even do in my 40s. Lifting and carrying, working the way I want to, without worrying if my body can keep up. Now that's real strength. That's real results. What makes Exercise Inc. different? Well, it's the people. The professional staff, many with over 15 years of experience, know exactly how to guide me, support me, and push me to be my very strongest because they know what works. It only takes 20 minutes a week. No wasted time, no crowded gyms, just real results. If you're tired of feeling weaker, if you want more energy and strength for everyday life, give this a try. The consultation is free, and I can promise you it's worth it. Exercise Inc. It's helped me stay strong for nearly 20 years. They can help you too. Go to exerciseinc.com today to sign up. They've got locations in Avon, Brownsburg, Zionsville, and Greenwood, and in Fishers too. That's exerciseinc.com.
With traffic at 4:05, here's Matt Bear.
Crash westbound 16th east of Tibbs. That's the right lane closed. Crash east side 21st west of Emerson Avenue at Kildare. On the north side, crash Keystone Avenue at 96. Downtown southbound 65 70 loaded. North split to the south split delayed 3 minutes. Eastbound 70 stop and go from Belmont into the south split. That's a 5-minute delay. And inbound 65 slows from 21st to Meridian Penn. East side southbound 465. Grinding from I-70 down to South Shadeland Avenue, delayed 4 minutes. Traffic sponsored by Audible. Stuck in traffic, Audible's romance collection will have you falling fast in the slow lane. Satisfy every side of you with rom-coms, romantasy, and with the really steamy stuff. Listen free with a 30-day trial, audible.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Expect a mostly clear and chilly Wednesday night with lows in the mid-50s. We'll track the return of rain chances on our Thursday with spotty to scattered showers possible going into Thursday afternoon and night with highs in the upper 70s. I'm Wish TV Star Trek 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
And I'm John Herrick, on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel. Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it!
Yeah, Hammer, gotta hate starting out a segment like this. School shooting in Minnesota, Catholic school, and now deceased suspect killed 2 children. 8 and 10 who were praying. It was a Catholic school. They were sitting there praying. Firing from outside into the church. Injured 17 others. Open fire inside the church Wednesday. I can't even comprehend the grief and the pain that these people are going through right now.
And how does one get to the point in their life where they think, I want to murder children? Like, what goes on in your life? I've been very fortunate in my life. I admit I've had a great surrounding group of family and friends from the time I was born to now. I know not everybody's as fortunate, but what has to go wrong to you just break inside and think, I'm going to blow these children away?
It's evil.
It's
evil. That's pure, unadulterated evil.
If you want to kill yourself, like, I hope you don't, but if you want to do that, okay, I understand. I think there's help for you, but I understand. But why do you have to take the lives of innocent children who've had nothing to do with the current situation that you are in your life? And this isn't a gun debate. It's I don't know if it's a mental health situation. I don't know. But how broken does somebody have to get to where they think, okay, I'm going to go in and slaughter 8-year-olds and 10-year-olds? What are we doing? How does one get to that point?
They were praying. They were on their knees praying when they died.
And here's where I have a problem with a lot of stuff, Nige. Attacks like these, you hear a lot of people say, thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. Listen, the more thoughts and prayers, the better. I'm somebody that is not going to criticize anybody for praying, for having thoughts of sympathy and compassion for another family. But some people have a big problem with that. And it always seems like it's the usual suspects, right? Very extreme leftist politicians, like Democrat Mayor Jacob Fry. He's the mayor of Minneapolis in Minnesota. And he used this shooting to slander people saying thoughts and prayers.
Don't just say this is about thoughts and prayers right now. These kids were literally praying. It was the first week of school. They were in a church. These are kids that should be learning with their friends. They should be playing on the playground. They should be able to go to school or church in peace without the fear or risk of violence, and their parents should have the same kind of assurance. These are the sort of basic assurances that every family should have, every step of the day, regardless of where they are in our country.
Yeah, mocking people that say thoughts and prayers is a bad look. That's a way of, like you said, conveying grief, conveying sympathy.
Right.
You know, you're grieving for these people.
And to mock people who want to have their God, whoever that may be, send them well wishes. Listen, pick your battles, man, and this isn't the battle to fight. There are other issues to fight. And what law, Jacob Fry, would have changed this? Like, if you're going to tell me, well, we've got to ban assault weapons, we've got to ban this or ban that. Murder's banned. Shooting children, banned. Bad guys will do bad things. They will find ways to cause harm. If this motivated lunatic was hell-bent on killing children, if it's not a gun, it would have been a bomb. If it's not a bomb, it would have been a mass stabbing. Bad people do bad things. Laws regardless.
2 children died, 17 others injured. It looks like they're all going to make it, is what I'm seeing on the Cryon on Fox News right now. Thank God.
And the shooter's dead. Thank God for that.
He killed himself. He or she. I don't know.
I hope it's burning in hell. Let me make that perfectly clear. Nige, in other news, I think happier news, the other big story in America, the story that's got everybody talking, it's trending nationwide. It had the president talking. No, I'm not talking about the Taylor Swift-Travis Kelce engagement.
I was wondering.
I'm talking about Cracker Barrel bringing back the old man logo.
Looks like we made it.
Score one for the good guys. Cracker Barrel took their ball and they took their sad asses back to the court and said, all right, you guys win. You were right. We were wrong. You are very good looking. We are not.
What changed from one logo to the other?
$100 million in stocks. That's what changed.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was.
But in terms of the actual logo, it was the guy with the wheel, with the barrel, and the Herschel.
Uncle Herschel. Leaning on the barrel. The cracker and the barrel. Yes, that was the logo. They removed it and just put some generic ass Cracker Barrel text only logo on there. Looks like something that you could make in Grok or Chat GPT.
Yeah.
And
why would they want to change that?
Because they're idiots, Nigel.
What was wrong with these marketing people? We've got to appeal to a younger audience. It's Cracker Barrel.
Right.
I think Cracker Barrel appeals to, off of every interstate, off of every highway, there's a Cracker Barrel. There's no need to change. I guess what I'm saying is there's no need to change anything about Cracker Barrel. Maybe you refurbish the inside, right?
Sure. If you want to do different commercials, maybe you want to do like more social media. I don't know. Maybe your goal is to try to bring younger people to Cracker Barrel. That's fine, but you can't crap on your base to do it. We call that pulling a Jefferson Shreve. Jefferson Shreve, when he ran for mayor in Indianapolis, thought, I've got to get new voters. So what I'm going to do is talk about being a gun grabber and banning guns and banning assault weapons. And okay, that's fine. You've maybe appealed to like a few moderates, but you just crapped all over your base.
Here's the thing that I realized. If they would have not made a big deal about this and just kind of subtly changed the logo from removing Herschel in the barrel to just saying it Cracker Barrel and not made a press release and a big deal, would you have noticed?
That's a great question.
I don't know that I would have noticed or not. I mean, there's a Cracker Barrel right there in Whitestown. Go there a lot. Not a lot, a few times a year. And we love it. We love it there. I don't think it's been redone on the inside. But I don't think if they would have made a big stink about changing the logo from removing who was Uncle Herschel, by the way?
Allegedly the dude that founded Cracker Barrel.
Really? Uncle?
Now, I don't know if that's true or not. That's the theory that is on the internet, which is always right, But
yeah.
You're right. Had they not made a big deal of this thing and put out a press release, maybe it wouldn't have been so bad. But they couldn't help themselves. They had to have some chick with big, thick, Harry Carey glasses just crap all over their core base, which is like older folks that are from traditional families that eat breakfast, Southern kind of theme, right? Country fried steak. You bring in a chick that looks like Garth from Wayne's World with these big, thick glasses on and the stringy blonde hair, and now she's going to say, oh, we don't want those people. Again, not to beat the dead horse, but we made this analogy yesterday. It'd be like if Buffalo Wild Wings or Hooters decided to say, listen, we're going to keep the same food, the same servers, but we're going to paint everything pink and have big green marital aids hanging from the ceiling. The same ones you see being chucked on the court at a WNBA game. That's going to be our new decor.
Marital aids?
Marital aids. I was told I couldn't say the D word anymore. So.
I didn't know that. Who told you that?
I don't want to say. Some marital aid in the back.
I didn't know that. Oh, that's great.
But it would crap all over their base, right? Nobody wants to walk in there and feel like they're not, what they're looking for anymore. And that's what Cracker Barrel did. It's the same thing with Bud Light. They crapped all over frat bros. We don't want to be the frat bro drink. There's a lot of money to be made in being a frat bro beer. And Bud Light will never see that money again unless they do something drastically different.
Well, Cracker Barrel lost between $100,000 and $200,000 in stock. It's
a lot of money. A lot of money. And money talks and marital aids walk. That's what we've learned here. But unlike Bud Light.
Clip that one, Allison. Clip that one. What was the quote?
Money talks and marital aids walk. At least they apologized, though. They said, hey, you're right, we're wrong. Bud Light still hasn't came out with an ad yet that said, all right, we admit, Heidescheid was a moron. We want the frat bros back. We're sorry for Heidescheid. It'll never happen again. Matt Bear.
Eastbound 70 stop and go traffic. Belmont to the south split. 4-minute delay. Southbound 65 as 70 jammed up. North split to the south split delayed 3 minutes. Inbound 65 slows 21st to the north split. Westbound 70 slow after rural into the north split. Then continuing southbound 65 70 a 3-minute delay and down past Raymond Street. Looking at the east side, southbound 465 slow before I-70 down to South Shadeland Avenue delayed 8 minutes. It's a crash north side. 96 at Keystone. Crash east side, 21st at Kildare. That's to the west of Emerson Avenue. And a crash westbound 16th east of Tibbs. Traffic sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association. The IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series is coming back to Columbus September 3rd through the 6th. Kids 12 and under free. Get your tickets now at IHRA.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
All right now we are looking at sunshine on Monument Circle. It's 76. It's a beautiful day, and we need as many people as possible. Ideally, 140 to jump to the WIBC YouTube page and give us a like. Give us a thumbs up. 140 gets us to 200 likes. And the reason we do this is that the 20-year-olds in the back, the digital department, these little worms, they keep giving us crap. Hey, you need more likes. We've got to get more likes on the YouTube stream. So if you've ever wanted to give a middle finger to some new employee in your office that thinks they know everything, but they don't know their anus from a hole in the ground, please go to the WIBC YouTube page, give us a like, give us a thumbs up. We got to get to 200. Is this anything next?
Whether you're dropping them off for the first day of school or they're driving themselves for the first time, we know you have enough on your mind. That's why Hubler's got you and your family covered for 100,000 miles. And we want you to spend less on back to school. That's why you can shop over 2,000 vehicles and buy with zero down. Zero down delivers. Plus, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring us your old car for an immediate appraisal. Head back to school in a Hubler Q-certified vehicle with a free Carfax history report and a 128-point vehicle inspection. Hubler's got you covered. For 100,000 miles, visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations. Zero down delivers at Hubler. 'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
Select models approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Cover me!
He's Donald Trump's #1 enemy in Congress, Chicago Senator Dick Durbin. And now Dick Durbin has a new scheme, a government takeover of your credit card. Today, consumers have thousands of choices in credit cards, all with equal, strong security. But Durbin's plan is less competition and less security. And that means more risk for your credit and your identity. Tell Republicans in Congress, stop Dick Durbin's takeover of your credit card before it's too late.
Paid for by Electronic Payments Coalition.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Mark Dietl is the only real estate agent locally here in Indy that I trust. He's an expert. Trust him to sell my house. Trust him to find me a new one. Luke and Emma in Franklin started building their new dream home, and they needed to sell their old place at a great price to pay for it. Mark Dietl made it easy with multiple offers in the first weekend and closed in 25 days at the price they wanted.
And what separates Mark Dietl from the competition is the guarantee. Why would you work with somebody else when you get this guarantee from Mark Dietl? Mark Dietl guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. That's right, he will buy it. You pick the move date, no long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. All you have to do is get a hold of Mark Dietl. He'll answer any question you have, 317-755-4232, or go online, markdietl.com. That's Mark, Dietel, markdietl.com.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's Diamond Engagement Ring Store.
Hammer and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
All right, let's rock and roll.
Brought to you by Indiana Unclaimed, a program presented by the Attorney General's office here in Indiana. Reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every single week. Fast, easy, and free to search at indianaunclaimed.gov.
Question about Indiana Unclaimed for our audience here.
Yes.
Can anybody beat Guy Relford's $1,000 that was found in Indiana Unclaimed?
I think it may have been more than that.
Might have been a little bit more than that. Was it 2,000? Okay.
I think it was over 2.
Let's say 2.
I think.
Okay. Let's just go with 2,000. Can anybody beat that? So go to indianaunclaimed.gov, or maybe you already have. Has anybody had more than $2,000 that was found for them by this program? Let us know. You can email us, Hammer and Nigel at WIBC.com, or hit us up on social media. I'm just curious. I didn't have anything in there. You had a little bit, didn't you, Nige?
There's been multiple times where I've had multiple hundreds of dollars in there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's your money.
Yeah.
Allison, have you ever had anything in Indiana Unclaimed?
I got $40.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm the only one that doesn't have a hit here today. But if anybody can beat $2,000, if anybody can beat Guy Relford, let us know here on the show. Is this anything? A guy near Vancouver dug through 20 tons of trash at his local trash dump to find his wife's wedding ring.
Oh.
It slipped off her hand while she was throwing stuff away, along with the anniversary band.
Man.
After a couple of hours of digging, he was able to find both rings. Here he is, along with his wife and the waste management worker, talking about the success story.
I said I'd go to the dump in the morning and ask them if I could go through the compost pile.
My brain was trying to figure out a way to tell him to go buy his wife new wedding ring. And it was all slimy with popcorn and butter.
She basically broke down crying.
Well, yes, because I know how much he loves me that he's willing to go through a rotten, stinky compost pile.
I don't think he really believed that he had found it, even though he had them both in his hands.
It's not the money. It's a sentimental value.
It's the money. Exactly. I look, 20 tons of trash. Would I go through that to try to find my wife's lost wedding ring? I don't know if I'd do that, but she lost her wedding ring that I bought her when I first asked her to marry me. And Diamonds Direct was great with us. By
Best
the way.
customer service.
Awesome. Chris, the sales gal, helped us. It was bittersweet going in there, and God, I mean, we had insurance, of course, but man, it was bittersweet going in there. But we upgraded and we got something better. But I would not go digging through 20 tons of trash.
I would send a text to Chris at Diamonds Direct and say, we'll be in this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, luckily we had insurance. We had State Farm, And the only thing we didn't do, we should have had it appraised every year, because we probably could have gotten some more money out of that. But, Diamonds Direct killed it. And now we have a much better ring.
Yeah, I lost
it's
mine.
Sentimental. It's sentimental.
Lost my wedding ring, set it on the car. We're cleaning the dogs at the time when we had dogs.
Yeah.
Forgot to put it on, drove off with it. Yeah, I wasn't trying to dig through either a sewer or the street or wherever it may be. It was time to make a little roadie. Is this anything? Stranger Things star Millie Bobby Brown, who's now 21 years old, by the way.
Yeah.
Makes you feel old. She's 21. Would like you to notice a couple of things. She's modeling a new top, as the ladies would say.
Oh.
That's in her fashion brand.
Couple of things, literally.
Uh-huh. Here's Millie Bobby Brown modeling the shirt. Spoiler, she's not wearing a bra.
Boy, do I have some news for you. This is our new Power Mesh Plunge. For a girl who hates wearing a bra, and boy, do my fans have to see my nipples on a day-to-day, but I don't like wearing a bra, and you do not need a bra with this top. I feel fully supported, so comfortable. This mesh, it's like the fabric of the fall. It's stretchy, it's amazing.
Slow clap for Millie Bobby Brown. I'm watching this on TMZ right now. She moves her chest closer to the camera a number of times. She does mention the protrusions coming out of the mammaries.
Yep.
Did I say that right?
No.
I'm trying to be somewhat family friendly here. But Millie Bobby Brown has got it together.
Yes.
And if she doesn't like wearing a bra and she wants to endorse this whatever fashion brand that she's wearing, fine with me. You've got to go watch the advertising.
Oh, I've seen it.
Oh, you did?
It's multiple times. Yes. Yes.
Did you watch all of what's the
Stranger Things?
Stranger Things? Did you watch?
No, I thought it sucked.
I got to episode season 2, maybe season 3. It was awful.
It wasn't for me. It's not my thing, not my show. Now, Nigel, I need to ask you a question before I ask Allison.
Okay.
I have a question about not wearing bras under shirts. Do I ask that to Allison, or do I take the high road and we go into commercial break?
You probably most likely should go into commercial break.
Allison, is it normal to come to work without wearing a bra?
We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Attention Indiana homeowners. Are you dealing with a wet and moldy crawl space? Hi, I'm Adam Swain with Swain Co. Crawl Space and Basement Repair, your real, local, Indiana family-owned experts dedicated to fixing your crawl space right the first time. And with our new no interest, no payment financing, you can get the repairs you need without breaking the bank. Don't let crawl space water problems dampen your spirits. Call Swain Co., Indy's most trusted waterproofing experts at 317-407-1868 or swaincollc.com.
Everyone knows that PA Jewelers in Brownsburg is the place to get one-of-a-kind jewelry pieces. Diamonds, gold, gemstones, watches, everything. But PA Jewelers at the farmhouse is also the place to sell your jewelry, your watches, your coins, or bullion. PA Jewelers has the best prices and the best payouts. And they walk you through the process so you know what your pieces are worth and what you're getting. PA Jewelers at the farmhouse, 3750 South Green Street in Brownsburg, or online at pajewelers.jewelry. That's pajewelers.jewelry.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Gunfire at a school in Minneapolis. Mostly cloudy and 76 degrees on Monument Circle. Tonight's low, 53. I'm John Herrick. Here's what's trending at 4:31. 2 children are dead and dozens of others are wounded because of that shooting that happened today during a mass at the Annunciation Catholic Church. This child said his friend may be the reason why he was not injured.
The first one, I was like, what is that? I thought it was just something. Then when I heard it again, I just ran under the pew. And then I covered my head. My friend Victor, saved me, though, because he laid on top of me. but he got hit.
Police say the shooter ended up killing himself. The kids who died were praying in the pews. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz says the kids were supposed to be enjoying their first day of school.
Instead of that joy and that curiosity and that learning, they were met with evil and horror and death.
Walz says he's spoken with President Trump, who offered full federal assistance. The FBI is investigating the shooting as an act of domestic terrorism and a hate crime targeting Catholics. A judge is keeping a man in the U.S. who was mistakenly deported by the Trump administration. A district judge has ruled that Kilmar Abrego Garcia must remain in the nation until after an evidentiary hearing scheduled for October 6th with testimony from Trump administration leaders. Abrego Garcia is expected to remain in ICE custody until that hearing, and he's also separately seeking to renew his bid for asylum. The Trump administration is also tightening approval for COVID-19 vaccines. Fox's Jared Halpern.
Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is ending emergency use authorization for COVID vaccines, he announced in a social media post. Kennedy says the emergency use authorization was used to justify broad mandates. Now, he writes, vaccines will be available for patients who want them after consulting with their doctors. The FDA has cleared updated COVID vaccines from Pfizer, Moderna, and Novavax for those at a higher risk, like the elderly and individuals with health conditions. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
And the second round of the U.S. Open is underway in New York City. On the women's side, American Emma Navarro won in straight sets today. Fellow American Jessica Pegula also in action. And on the men's side, American Ben Shelton plays later tonight along with Carlos Alcaraz. And your WIBC closing bell report. At the closing bell today, everything coming up green for the big three. The Dow Jones Industrial Average finishing up 147 points to 45,565. The S&P 500 was ahead 15 points today, 6481. And the NASDAQ finished up 46 points at 21,590. It's 4:33. Your traffic and weather in 1 minute.
It's time. You've been putting off that kitchen or bath remodel long enough. What are you waiting for? Get started today with Boer Remodeling. Boer Remodeling customer Kathy had a bath remodel with Boer. Kathy, talk a little bit about your experience.
Our experience with Boer has been terrific. The process was so easy and seamless. When we decided to do a larger remodel of our first floor, Boer was the first company we thought of hiring.
And were you happy with the results?
The results are amazing, and we are so happy with our home and the work that Boer did.
Peter is another recent Boer Remodeling customer with a new kitchen. Peter, what was the best part about working with Boer?
We especially liked the active participation that we were able to have in selection of stone for the countertops. Really came out beautiful. The cabinets also came out very, very well.
The best materials, the most skilled craftsmen in Central Indiana. They'll guide you through the entire process. Start with a free consultation. Talk to Boer Remodeling today. That's BOOHER, BoerRemodeling.com.
WIBC traffic at 4:35. Here's Matt Bear.
Westbound 70 slow from rural into the north split, then southbound 6570 jammed up north split to the south split, 4 to 11 minute delay. On the east side, northbound 465 shy of Washington, medical emergency blocking the left lane, slowing us down back to I-74. On the northeast side, we now have a crash westbound 465 at I-69. Right lane is blocked slow to 75th. It just happened, so expect that delay to grow. Also on the east side, northbound 465 tight from Penn Pike after East 56th Street. Northwest side, northbound 465 stop and go 79th up to 865. Inbound 65 delayed 3 minutes 21st to Meridian Penn. Eastbound 75-minute delay Belmont to the south split. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And your American Standard Cooling Weather Center forecast.
Thursday will track the return of rain chances ahead of a weak cold front. Spotty to scattered showers are possible into Thursday afternoon and night as highs get into the upper 70s for what will be a slightly warmer day across the region. Friday back to being a little bit cooler. Highs below normal for this time of the year as numbers get into the mid-70s by Friday afternoon with some sunshine. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
And I'm John Herrick on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Well, Hammer, there was a homicide in D.C., first one in nearly 2 weeks. D.C. is a very violent, just awful place. And you know Donald Trump's plan is working when one homicide is in the news in D.C. We have homicides in the city every day.
Right.
In Indy.
This is how you know the success is happening in that place when we're talking about one homicide in a 2-week span, and we're surprised by it. Because there was a 12-day run where there weren't any, which is unheard of for Washington, D.C.
And this was after he federalized the law enforcement and brought in the National Guard and everything.
Right. And listen, some people want this to happen all over the country. There's talks of Chicago. It's a lot easier to do it in Washington, D.C. than it is.
You can't just go do it
in states and cities. Yeah. You have to prove that the authorities there are not working with the federal government. And once you do that, then you can bring in the National Guard if you want. You can do that as the commander-in-chief. But you have to also bring in a federal prosecutor. Like Judge Jeanine, she's doing a phenomenal job in Washington, D.C. right now. She's actually prosecuting the bad guys that get arrested and taken into custody.
What a novel concept.
Here in Indy, we don't have Judge Jeanine. We have Ryan Mears. And I'm sure in cities like Chicago and Seattle and Atlanta and New York, it's the same thing. Soft on crime prosecutors who, for some reason, think minorities breaking the law and holding them accountable is racist. Hell, we heard the mayor of Chicago come out a couple days ago and say locking people up is racist. So you need a couple of different things to make this work in other cities. Proof that they're not cooperating with the feds and the ability to bring in a federal prosecutor to go above the worthless local one and local judges. I mean, it's not just one thing that makes a city soft on crime. Look here at Indy. You've got a crappy mayor, an even worse prosecutor, and then the judges, the local judges, might as well be activists too. And just when you think you're rid of some of these people, like Judge Mark Stoner.
Don't say it.
That dude retired, and we thought, thank God we are free of this lunatic, soft-ass activist. He's now what's known as a senior judge. So whenever there's not a current judge available, they bring in Captain Panderpants here, and he gets to give the most violent criminals a light slap on the wrist.
He was one of the worst. The worst of the worst.
He's like a cockroach. You can't get rid of this guy. Like, you think he's gone? All right, thank God. He's retired. He's old. We know he sucks. He's gone. Bada bing, bada boom. No, he's not gone completely. If they can't find a local judge, if they're all busy, if somebody's on vacation, they bring in this cat now. And this guy was one of the worst. So it's multi-layered when you're dealing with crime in these big cities. But I will say this. Donald Trump is doing something in Washington, D.C., Nige, that warms my cold, dark heart.
Is that right?
As if I didn't already love this plan, and if I didn't already support Donald Trump. He announced yesterday that if you commit a murder in the federal district of Columbia, you could face the death penalty. Yeah! Oh, come on! Stop! I'm already aroused. You don't need to do anymore. We're already locking people up.
You go just have a seat there. Just go ahead and have a seat.
And now we may be killing these rotten bastards? Oh, man. This may be the best day of my life. Today, number one, my kids' and wedding day, sometime after that. Donald Trump yesterday talking about those who commit a murder in the District of Columbia.
If somebody kills somebody in the Capitol, Washington, D.C., we're going to be seeking the death penalty. And that's a very strong preventative. And everybody that's heard it agrees with it. So in D.C. and Washington, states are going to have to make their own decision. But if if somebody kills somebody, it's the death penalty.
Man,
okay.
I feel like Meg Ryan in Sleepless in Seattle or whatever it is, sitting at that diner right now.
No, that's is that Sleepless in Seattle or is that?
Yes, yes. I'll have what she's having. Whatever movie that is. Whatever
Harry Met Sally.
Harry Met
When
Sally.
Harry Met-
Thank you. I knew it was one of those chick flicks. I feel like Meg Ryan listening to Trump talk about these executions of murderers in D.C., man. I love it.
I just love it that you got confused with Harry Met Sally.
Well, both Tom Hanks movies, right? Is Hanks in one of them? No, he's not in Harry Met
Both
Sally.
Meg Ryan.
Meg
Both
Ryan.
Meg Ryan.
Yeah. Meg Ryan.
Billy Crystal is in that. Yes.
Meg Ryan's someone that's had a little too much work. Too much work.
Come on.
Dude, she looks like the Joker. Have you seen her now? Like, I hate when attractive women don't want to grow old gracefully. Like, I bet had she not been pulled, tight like the Joker, she'd still be an attractive older woman. But now, ooh, boy, she looks like something that's been melting in the sun.
She's still with Mellencamp? Or is that...
I don't know.
is that done?
Don't know. Not sure. But, ladies, let this be a lesson. There's nothing wrong with being just a smoking hot old chick. You don't have to get your face pulled to the point to where you look like, you're a clown. It's ridiculous. CNN last night, they were talking about what's going on in Washington, D.C., and Scott Jennings, who really is the only reason to watch CNN. Like, the only reason we know who Abby Phillip is because Scott Jennings is on her show. Abby Phillip, she's like the new professional victim on CNN. She's talking about how Donald Trump wants to weaponize the United States military on its own citizens, to which I thought Scott Jennings had a great response.
He keeps talking about using the military domestically against American citizens. And we can parse all the ways that he can try to do this with this statute or that statute, but the broad principle is that the Constitution makes it much more difficult to do that for a reason. And it's also because the military serves a role to protect Americans, not to be used against Americans.
Exactly. You keep saying used against Americans. What kind of Americans do you mean? The ones that are murdering us, carjacking us, raping us, terrorizing our cities? I mean, you're saying like he's creating an actual war against American citizens when what he's actually creating is a war against criminals. And, by the way, illegal aliens who they are rounding up by the bucket load in Washington.
I want to let Ellie speak, but I mean, look, I'm not saying he's creating a war against American citizens.
You just did.
Right. That was the whole crux of your argument there before Scott Jennings ended it in like 20 seconds. That was it. The only reason we know Abby Phillip's name is because Scott Jennings is on that show. All right, let's give away some concert tickets, shall we?
Okay.
We've got tickets to go see Billy Idol and Joan Jett and the Blackhearts this Saturday at Ruoff.
Cool.
Caller number 9, 239-9393. Caller number 9. We got a fun little game you can play. 239-9393. Your chance to win next.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $299 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax, tag, title, license, 249 dealer doc, RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540, 36 months, $29.99 due, 0 security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter, expires 9/1.
Grown-ups, don't go back to school. Go forward through school into your future as an IT professional. Whether you're starting out, switching careers, or a veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you get into IT in just a few short months with no prior experience. So take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.com mycomputercareer.edu. Your rewarding career in IT awaits. That's mycomputercareer.edu. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the VA benefits.
This isn't just racing. It's pure chaos on wheels. The Night of Thrills returns to Anderson Speedway Saturday, August 30th. Get thrilled to the max with figure 8 racing, Prairie Farms trailer races, and a whole lot more. One night, one track, unlimited adrenaline. Tickets are $20. $5 for kids 6 to 12, and free for kids 5 and under. Tickets at AndersonSpeedway.com. Gates open at 4 with thrills set to begin at 7. Don't just watch the action. Feel it. Bring the family and see why everyone is saying, I'd rather be at Anderson Speedway.
Quality Supply and Tool is the place for pros, whether you are one during the week or you just want to work like one on weekends. And right now at all 4 Quality Supply and Tool locations, Indianapolis, Jeffersonville, Bloomington, and West Lafayette, save on DeWalt 20-volt max kits like the hammer drill and impact driver with FlexFold Advantage. The combo kit is only $299. That's $100 savings. And buy DeWalt's Tough System 4-in-1 or 5-in-1 modular workstation and get 2 2-drawer units free. Prices are good through September 26th or while supplies last. Quality Supply and Tool thinks outside the box. Store.
Pierce Jewelers is the best family-owned jewelry store in Carmel. All jewelry and watch repair, appraisals, and custom design are done in-house. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
Listen to Hammer and Nigel all this week for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Billy Idol and Joan Jett and the Blackhearts Saturday, August 30th at Ruoff Music Center.
All right, getting ready to give away some tickets here, but first, Matt Bear's got a look at the roads.
Northeast side crash, northbound 465 at I-69, slow to Penn Pike, but we are moving. And then southbound 465, stop and go Penn Pike down to I-70, a 15-minute delay. Westbound 70 jams rural into the north split, then southbound 65, 70 delayed 10 minutes because of construction. North split down to the south split. Inbound 65, 5-minute delay, 21st to Meridian Penn. Eastbound 70 delayed 6 minutes, Belmont into the south split. Northwest side, northbound 465, stop and go from 79 to 865, and the southbound lanes dragging from West 71st past I-65. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with our best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Sunshine and 75 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center, and it's time to play Billy Idol or Billy Bob Thornton.
And now, time to play Billy Idol or Billy Bob Thornton.
Pants are awful baggy. You got anything in there?
Yeah, my you want to see it?
Billy Idol or Billy Bob Thornton on the Hammer and Nigel Show.
I reckon I'll have me some of the bacon.
Don happened to be caller number 9. Don, how the heck are you?
All right, yourself.
I am doing very well. What's that accent from there, Don?
I'm from Indiana.
Okay.
I thought I heard UK there.
I thought I heard a little UK in there as
London.
well. Right.
No, I said, are you guys doing okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I heard that at first as, are you guys doing okay? Like I was waiting for the Benny Hill music, but that's okay. All right, here's how it's going to work, Don. I'm going to read you a statement. It will either be a statement that rocker Billy Idol has made or a statement that actor Billy Bob Thornton has made. You get 2 out of 3. I'm going to give you these tickets for Saturday night, okay?
All right, sounds good.
Here we go. Number 1, Billy Idol or Billy Bob Thornton, quote, rock the cradle of love, rock the cradle of love. Who is it?
Billy Idol.
Billy Idol.
There
All right.
you go.
1 down. You get 1 right. We're going to throw a party here. Here we go. Number 2. Quote, I beat the bleep out of some kids today, but it was for a purpose. It made me feel good about myself.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, there we go. Woo! Here we go. I love Bad Santa. All right, Don, this is a great show. Billy Idol, Joan Jett, and the Blackhearts. Man, you're going to hear hit after hit after hit on Saturday night.
Hey, they're going to rock.
Right on, man. Stay on the line, and Allison will take care of you, okay?
All right, thank you.
There you go. Nigel, did you ever see Bad Santa 2?
Probably
wasn't as good.
Didn't register with me in any way, shape, or form in terms of quotes or tons of quotes you could come up with in Bad Santa, in the first Bad Santa.
Right. The first Bad Santa gets watched every Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Season in our house. The second one, for whatever reason, like one of the HBO channels has been showing it on TV lately. So if I'm scrolling through like 10 o'clock at night and there's nothing else on and the Cubs are already down by 4 and like, screw it. I find myself watching Bad Santa 2. It's okay.
Does Billy Bob Thornton tend to play the same kind of character in his movies?
Himself?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a Landman is equal to Bad Santa, I feel like.
Right. The older he got, the more he could just get away with being himself.
Yes.
Like early in his career, like Sling Blade was interesting. He was like the NASA commander in Armageddon. But the older he got, he became Bad Santa, the dude in Landman. Enjoy the beach. Your cans look great. Don't get syphilis. My favorite line from the first season of Landman with Billy Bob Thornton. Where are we at with this, Nige? 12-year-old kid is now the Guinness World Record holder for pogo jumps on a pogo stick.
Is he really?
12-year-old Lachlan performed 187 jumps on a pogo stick in just over 1 minute without hands.
How do you do it with no hands? I don't understand that.
You lock your ankles onto that thing and you just get going. Quick.
Your thighs? Your thighs
feet.
And your feet and your...
your feet lock into like the pedal part of the pogo
stick. I thought that was part of the pogo stick. Was the handlebars?
Well, it's like a bike. You know, you could still pedal a bike without holding on to the handle. Like once you get going, you know, you can just bounce for days, I guess, and that's what this kid did.
187 pogo stick jumps in a minute.
Without hands. So that's got to be a calf workout, right?
This kid is going to get chicks.
Right?
Hand over fist.
What an awesome record for a kid to have.
Yeah.
Like if you're 12 years old, you want records for bike jumping and pogo sticks and things like that.
Ramps and...
Right. Yeah. All the daredevil crap that we did as kids. Like anything other than just looking at your phone or computer screen or video game, good for him. Now, I will say, if you're 47 years old and you hold the record for pogo stick jumps, you go from how many chicks is this kid going to get to you're the 40-year-old virgin, right? If you're that good at a pogo stick when you're my age, when you're 47 years old.
You can't walk up to a woman at a bar and brag about how many pogo stick jumps you've performed.
Right.
Right? I mean, it's...
Because I could go to that same woman in the bar. I have a car and a job. Well, I think I'll be going home with this big-eared kid from Beech Grove then. 47 years old and you have that record. That tells me you've also got a windowless van with a blood-stained mattress and candy for kids.
Good Lord.
That's what that tells me right there. All right, we got a big 5 o'clock hour coming up here.
Do we?
We have an update on that awful school shooting in Minnesota.
Yes.
We're starting to get some information on who the shooter was. You'll hear from the mayor of Minnesota, and Governor Mike Braun will join us in studio at 5:33. It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
So if you spend a lot of time in your garage like I do, but your garage floor is just kind of gross and cracked and stained and old and unmaintained, you might want to think about a new coating. That's where Galaxy Concrete Coatings comes in. My Galaxy Concrete garage floor is out of this world. In fact, they did such a great job. I just had them back in not too long ago to put a coating in my utility room on the concrete floor in my basement. They do garages, basements, pool decks, any indoor or outdoor area concrete. Check out their website, get a quote, galaxyconcretecoatings.com, or give them a call, 751-9070.
Whether you're dropping them off for the first day of school or they're driving themselves for the first time, we know you have enough on your mind. That's why Hubler's got you and your family covered for 100,000 miles. And we want you to spend less on back to school. That's why you can shop over 2,000 vehicles and buy with zero down. Zero down delivers. Plus, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring us your old car for an immediate appraisal. Head back to school in a Hubler Q-certified vehicle with a free Carfax history report and a 128-point vehicle inspection. Hubler's got you covered. For 100,000 miles, visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations. Zero down delivers at Hubler. 'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
Select models approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Cover me!
Citizens, since we each upgraded to Xfinity in our homes, the Wi-Fi has been booming. It's fair to say our town has officially become a boomtown.
Mayor, will I be able to drop into multiplayer gaming battles with low lag?
The lag won't be an issue, but your questionable skills may be.
And what if I have hundreds of devices on the Wi-Fi? Purely hypothetical.
Seems like a lot, but sure, hundreds of devices all booming together with the Xfinity Gateway. Yes, friends and neighbors, with Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
The Wi-Fi isn't the only thing that's booming. Now get the most reliable Wi-Fi and our best-in-class equipment for one consistent price for 5 years guaranteed. All in. Plus, get unlimited data included and no annual contract. All with the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. New residential customers only. Select plans only. Xfinity Gateway with X-Fi Complete required for unlimited data except in certain areas. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024. Actual speeds vary.
We play fair in Indiana, but Washington insiders want to cheat. They want taxpayers to spend millions to redraw legislative maps approved just 4 years ago. That's not democracy. It's a power grab, and they're hoping you won't notice. Thankfully, some of our leaders are saying no to D.C. politics. Tell politicians Hoosiers don't cheat. Protect our votes and get back to focusing on our real problems. Join the team at playfairindiana.com. Paid for by Indiana Conservation Voters.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Well, summer's still hot, and so are the deals at Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get 0% for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Aviator and Nautilus, or 0.9% for 72 months on 2025 Grand Touring Corsair. Or how about a $50,000 Lincoln Corsair from just $499 per month? So come get one of those hot summer deals at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fisher.
MSRP $52.20, 36-month term, $2,500 due at signing, $499 a month, 10,500 miles per year. Good through 8/31/25.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, what one woman from Indianapolis says she wants to do to combat homelessness and how an athlete in Indiana is being honored. Those stories and more after Fox News Radio. You are listening to 93 WIBC. WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 5 o'clock.
This is a Fox News alert. A manifesto in Minnesota on Lisa Brady, but still no confirmed motive as police investigate the deadly mass shooting at Annunciation Catholic Church in Minneapolis during a mass for students from the nearby Catholic school.
We lost 2 angels today.
School principal Matt Du Bois after 2 students ages 8 and 10 were killed, 3 elderly parishioners, and 14 students injured, including this 10-year-old survivor's friend who shielded him.
My friend Victor, he was like laying on top of me, like making sure I was safe, and he got hit. So that was really brave of him.
That 5th grader says they had never practiced active shooter drills in the church, only in the main school building. Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara says the shooter opened fire from outside the church, targeting pews through the stained glass windows, and then committing suicide.
As to the weapons used to perpetrate this horrific attack, there was a rifle, a shotgun, and a pistol. All 3 had been lawfully purchased by the shooter.
He's not confirming any potential motive, but the FBI is investigating the shooting as an act of domestic terrorism and a hate crime targeting Catholics. The shooter, identified as 23-year-old Robin Westman, who was born Robert, and court papers show had a name change as a minor, citing gender identity. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry says he's heard about a lot of hate being directed at the trans community.
Anybody who is using this as an opportunity to villainize our trans community or any other community out there has lost their sense of common humanity.
Police confirming Westman's mother had worked at the Catholic school and that a manifesto had been posted on YouTube since taken down. President Trump earlier ordering flags to half-staff in honor of the victims. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
She's been there, and she wants to fix it. Partly cloudy and 76 degrees in downtown Indy. All clear on your radar. I'm John Herrick. Here's what's trending at 5:02. People don't just end up homeless. That's according to an Indianapolis woman who's lived it. Her name is Jaleesa Molina, and she runs Redeem City Safe Place.
I believe personally that they could use an emergency shelter. And what I mean by that is not just a cot on the floor. I mean like an actual shelter that has individual rooms where they have to go through programming.
She says she's looking at a spot on Indy's south side that could make those goals possible. The city spends millions of dollars each year trying to help, but she says there are still gaps. Indianapolis TV has changed before, but a proposed merger could bring about new challenges. Ryan Hedrick reports.
Terry Heifetz, a senior lecturer in the Department of Media at Ball State University, says we've seen mergers in Indianapolis before.
It was when Tribune, which was a broadcaster that owned both Fox 59 and CBS 4 here in central Indiana, was purchased by Nexstar.
Heifetz says the previous merger wasn't as impactful since no news outlets were lost.
Which was already a big operation, and so were 4 and 59. They still kept, a pretty robust staff.
But if Nexstar and Tegna's merger goes through, that could change. Brian Hedrick, 93 WIBC, Mobile News.
A barn in Morgan County caught fire Tuesday night and was badly damaged, leaving it a total loss. Firefighters from 6 departments spent about 3 hours bringing the flames under control. The 7,000-square-foot building is full of hay and equipment. It was already partially collapsing when firefighters got there. One firefighter had minor injuries, but no one else was hurt. The statewide average for gas today, $3.35 a gallon, according to AAA. That's 15 cents higher than the national average. There's a new mural in Indianapolis honoring one of the city's biggest sports stars. Jarrett Lewis reports.
Indianapolis artist William Minion created the mural depicting Pacers guard Tyrese Halliburton on the side of the XG Groom Room Barbershop. Director of the Butterfine Art Fair, Deanna Craig, told Wish TV at Tuesday's unveiling that the new mural is another example of the creativity being expressed by local artists.
It highlights the heavy hitters, the people that inspire us to do what we're doing. I always say that art can be infused everywhere.
Minion's mural is the third in the Keeper of Culture series. The Butterfine Art Fair starts Thursday and runs till Sunday. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
It's 5:04. Your traffic and weather next.
Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield has the deals you've been looking for your next car, truck, SUV, or electric vehicle. And right now, during their Red, White, and New sales event, you will get independence from car payments with no payments for 3 months and enjoy your freedom in the new Ford F-150 Super Crew or Mustang with 0% APR financing for 48 months. At Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield, they're pros at servicing your commercial vehicles. From medium to heavy-duty F-Series trucks, talk to Andy Moore Ford. The biggest selection of Super Duties in the entire state. Over 175 Super Duty trucks are on the ground and ready for you and your business, and you can save thousands because Andy always gives you more. And with an expert team and a fast turnaround, they know how to keep your business moving. Talk to Andy Moore Ford today. 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield or online at Andy Moore Ford, MOHR. AndyMooreFord.com.
With traffic at 5:05, here's Matt Bear.
All right, John, West Side crash reported eastbound 70 at Belmont, and we are stopped back to Tibbs Avenue. After that, stop-and-go traffic after Harding into the South Split. Inbound 65 Delayed 6 minutes, 29th at 2 Meridian Penn. Westbound 70 jammed rural into the north split, then southbound 65 70 on a 4-minute delay because of construction. This is north split down to the south split. Northwest side, northbound 465 barely moving. 79 to 865 southbound lane stop and go traffic 71st down to West 56th Street. On the east side, it's northbound 465 after I-70. Medical emergency blocking 2 right lanes. Slow traffic back to the 70 interchange. And southbound 465 stop and go traffic from I-70 down to 74, and that is a delay time of 10 minutes. Traffic sponsored by Honda of Fishers. Great Lakes Honda of Fishers is now Great Lakes Honda of Fishers under new ownership. Visit them just off State Road 37 for special grand opening prices during their summer sales event. Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
We're in for a dry, mostly clear and chilly Wednesday night as lows drop into the mid-50s. Thursday will track the return of rain chances ahead of a weak cold front. Spotty to scattered showers are possible into Thursday afternoon and night as highs get into the upper 70s for what will be a slightly warmer day across the region. Friday back to being a little bit cooler, highs below normal for this time of the year as numbers get into the mid-70s by Friday afternoon with some sunshine. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
And I'm John Herrick on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it! Well, Hammer, tell me if this sounds right to you. Is this correct? Despite visits by Vice President Vance and trips to D.C. with our legislators, not all Republicans have committed to redistricting. Is that...
That sounds accurate. That sounds like about where we're at right now. Now, as time goes on, some folks that used to be a hard no are softening just a little bit.
Jim Lucas.
Representative Jim Lucas being one of them. He was a hard no for a while, and I'm not saying he's a yes at this point, but he said he's open to the idea of redistricting. So the question becomes, what is going to happen, and if there's going to be a special session about this? The person that can answer that question will be joining us in studio at 5:33. So about a half hour or so from right now, Governor Mike Braun in studio. And the first question right out of the gate, are we going to have a special session for the redistricting debate here in the state of Indiana?
You call a special session when you're the governor, costs a little bit of money.
It does. Now, he was not willing to call a special session for property tax.
I understand.
He has told us that he felt like it would have been a waste of time because it would not have done any good. Nobody was changing their minds, right? So now we're going to find out if he's open to doing the redistricting debate. And I told this to Rob Kendall recently. Redistricting is one of those words I always have a hard time saying. Like, I really got to think it out.
Redistricting.
Redistricting.
There you go. You said it right that time.
I sound like a nerd every time I say it.
You sound like you're forgetting. It sounds like you're forgetting the T there at the end. Like it's a CK. Redistricting.
It's like when a kid says Paschetti. At this point, it is what it is. But the question is, are we going to get a special session for it? And we will ask the governor when he joins us in studio at 5:33.
A lot are we going to ask him?
We got a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff to get to. Real quick, want to get you up to date on that school shooting in Minnesota, Catholic school. The FBI is now investigating that shooting as domestic terrorism. The shooter, which took their own life, did leave a manifesto, and it looks like, based on all of the information we're seeing online from pretty credible sources, okay, not just Kenny's Basement podcast or whatever, credible sources, this was another transgender individual that ultimately shot the children in this school. 17 are injured, 2 dead, an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old. They were shot to death while praying during Mass in this Catholic church. The gunman fired through the windows and then ultimately took its own life.
Grieved and heartbreaking. Wow.
And it's okay to say thoughts and prayers, despite what some people say, like liberal influencer Brian Krassenstein and even the mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Fry.
Don't just say this is about thoughts and prayers right now. These kids were literally praying. It was the first week of school. They were in a church. These are kids that should be learning with their friends. They should be playing on the playground. They should be able to go to school or church in peace without the fear or risk of violence, and their parents should have the same kind of assurance. These are the sort of basic assurances that every family should have, every step of the day, regardless of where they are in our country.
Now, here's...
Don't say thoughts and prayers. That's the only thing you should be doing. That's the only thing you can do is pray and grieve.
Right.
And reach out to the people that were affected, the victims.
And as we said earlier, what law do you want in place, Jacob Fry, that would have prevented this? Do you want to say banning of assault weapons? You don't think a lunatic who is willing to just murder 8-year-old children and 10-year-old children who may or may not be doped out of his mind on body-changing chemicals is willing to abide by the law? Like, he would have found the weapon. And if not a gun, it would have been a bomb. If not a bomb, it would have been a knife. Bad people will do bad things. It's unpopular to say, but it's hard to stop a crazy, motivated lunatic. And unfortunately, it looks like that's what we're dealing with here. Now, here's the problem I have with the Minnesota mayor, Jacob Fry. He's Johnny Tough Guy there. He's Mr. Billy Badass when it comes to no more thoughts and prayers. But heaven forbid you criticize the trans community for what appears to be another school shooting. Then he gets in his feelings.
And I have heard about a whole lot of hate that's being directed at our trans community. Anybody who is using this as an opportunity to villainize our trans community or any other community out there has lost their sense of common humanity. We should not be operating out of a place of hate for anyone. We should be operating from a place of love for our kids.
Yeah, I tell that to the parents of the kids that died while praying in the pews. Hey, look, it may have been a trans person that perpetrated this crime, but let's be careful here.
Right.
Let's be careful.
He's angry about thoughts and prayers. But if you're curious as to why so many school shooters lately have identified as trans and left manifestos and horrible notes, then you're the bad person.
Don't you dare say thoughts and prayers. But, hey, we better be careful of protecting the trans community. God damn. That, literally, seriously, that raises my blood pressure to a point where I can't even function.
These are unserious people. Unserious people leading big cities. And when you have that happen, you get unserious answers. Just ridiculous. Damn ridiculous. Dateline Cincinnati, the Cincinnati Fraternal Order of Police, had a unanimous vote of no confidence on the mayor of Cincinnati due to, quote, failures over the past month that have undermined public safety, police operations, and community trust. So the FOP has filed a no confidence vote to the mayor. Now, listen, I'm as pro-police as anybody, and you know that, Nigel. This whole show is. But you got to look at that chief of police in Cincinnati, too. Like, as a citizen, I would have a vote of no confidence on that woke, diversity hire woman that was the chief of police in Cincinnati. When you're only advancing the careers of people based on their sex and gender, color, then that's a problem. And it sounds like that's been going on in Cincinnati for a long time. Officers are suing the department. Former officers are suing the department for that. So I'm all for calling out a bad mayor. We do that here in Indy. But Cincinnati Police Department, I know the majority of you folks are trying to fight the good fight here, but you got a bad chief. So it's hard for me to take you seriously when you're allowing that diversity, hire, incompetent woman to be the chief of police. Last thing here before we hit a break here, Nige, the New York Post says the hottest new trend in physical fitness is running and jumping on all fours like an animal. So you get on all fours, you walk around like a dog, you jump like you're catching a Frisbee. This apparently is the new full body workout, and it's trending on social media. One person says, quote, "I've lost a lot of weight, and I've started to develop a six-pack."
Hold on. Should I try it?
Sure.
I'm on the YouTube feed here.
Right.
So explain to me what I have to do again. Walk around on all fours and jump and act like I'm a dog?
Correct.
Yeah, my wife's professional friends are going to see this again. So
Yes. Right.
I don't think you have to bark. That's a personal choice, I believe.
He's doing that because he likes it.
If he hikes up his leg, I'm leaving.
This is a full body workout?
Yes.
Do you feel the burn?
Exercise Inc.
Do you have abs yet?
Yeah.
Do you have a six-pack yet?
I think I just broke a hip.
Oh, God.
Feeling all right there, Chief?
Ow.
My God, you already look like Matt Bear. I can't believe it. Just 5 minutes of barking like a dog and rolling around on all fours, and I can't tell if that's Nigel or Bradley Cooper over there. Look at that. Matt Bear, I think you're Matt Bear. Maybe you're in here. I can't tell the difference.
I'm Nigel's personal trainer. Eastbound 70 at Belmont crash. And we're stopped at Tibbs Avenue right now. Also looking to westbound 70 slow from rural into the north split. Southbound 65 70 stop north split down to the south split. Construction delays on the south side. Southbound 65 out of the south split down to Keystone Avenue. And northbound 65 slows after South Keystone into the south split. On the east side, southbound 465 stop and go traffic from 70 down to 74. Eastbound 465 dragging from 865 over to Meridian. And northbound 465 also backed up on the northwest side, 79th up to 865. Crash Allisonville Road at East 62nd Street. Traffic sponsored by Mattress Firm. Need better sleep? Upgrade to a premium mattress at Mattress Firm's Labor Day sale, the best sale of the year. They make sleep easy. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Did you just make that up? Did you make that story up so I would walk around in the studio like a dog?
No, that's on the New York Post. I was so hoping that the governor was going to be here early and walked in the door and saw you barking and then just said, screw it. Turns around and walks right back out the door. I think I'll go back to Du Bois County.
Yeah.
Right now, sunshine, 75 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. How was the workout, though? I mean, you were only down there for like 30 seconds.
I could feel a little bit of the abs. A little bit, but it hurts my hips. I don't think that's there's no way that's a proper way to work out.
Okay. Would the New York Post lie to us? I don't know. But one person said they lost weight and they started getting a six-pack. Meanwhile, on this show, we drink six-packs and we stand up. Are you okay with this? Next.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Hammer and Nigel to 46220. That's Hammer and Nigel to 46220. or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $299 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax, tag, title, license, 249 dealer doc, RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540, 36 months, $29.99 due, 0 security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter, expires 9/1.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Protect your home and auto by bundling them with Progressive, and you'll have a little less to worry about. But we know you'll find other things to worry about. Like that text you just got from your boss. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Oh, hey, call me when you get a sec. Yeah, this is bad. Oh, well, at least you protected your home and auto with Progressive, so you don't have to worry about that. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is $0 and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tamara and Nigel to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers in Carmel, designers of fine custom jewelry.
Are you really okay with this?
Are you okay? Everything's gonna be okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm pretty far from okay.
Are you okay with this? On the Hammer and Nigel show.
Oh, yeah!
Hammer's Secretary of State Marco Rubio jokingly asking President Trump if there is an executive order he can pass to ban weddings during college football Saturdays.
This thing about people getting married on Saturdays during college football season is a scourge, Mr. President. It's dividing families. I don't know if we can have an executive order on this. It's insane, but it's really difficult. There's 7 other months of the year that people can get married, so I just wanted to say that because it's very, very difficult.
You okay with that? Joking
I'm
around,
okay
jovial
with that. He's having a
president.
good time. He's trying to make the old guy come off a little soft. And listen, Marco Rubio's son plays football for the Florida Gators, so he probably wants to watch his boy on Saturdays, but he's working. And I'll tell you what, Marco Rubio's doing a great job. There's a lot of people already that are in favor of a Vance Rubio ticket for 2028. Now, maybe it's too early to start talking about that. Maybe Rubio wants to run on his own, but a Vance Rubio ticket is being rumored about. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with this. And this Saturday is a big-time day of college football. IU, Purdue in action. Notre Dame plays Miami on Sunday. Texas against Ohio State. Big-time matchup. So, yeah, going to a wedding this weekend would stink.
Are you okay with this? Listen to this guy's frustration at a Chicago White Castle drive-thru when their AI ordering system tried to charge him $15,000 for his order for a couple of combos.
Your number 12 combo.
It says $147. Why does it say that?
What drink would you like for your number 12 combo?
Bro, what? Give me a team member.
I don't know why it said $15,000. I only heard 147. Either way, that is frustrating. Are you okay with these AI drive-thrus?
No, all you got to do is start swearing in it, and you'll get somebody to take your order. And I've learned this from the Taco Bell that's near my house.
Really?
I will try to use the AI device, and I feel like I'm somewhat of a decent orator. You know, I'm a pretty decent public speaker, so I try to go slow, very clear, place my order.
Yes.
Mexican pizza, Doritos Locos Taco Supreme. And if the stupid AI thing comes back, you want chicken burrito and you want beef Mexi melt? No, that's when I start yelling and you start
Sexy Mexi melt?
Start dropping F-bombs. Then you get somebody that can come on and actually take your order. So if you ever get to that point, just start doing your best impression of Eddie Murphy, filth, flarn, filth, and you'll get somebody to speak with her right away.
Okay, one more. Let's keep it in the restaurant AI world here. A restaurant in Missouri had to put a warning out on their Facebook that Google AI is putting out fake specials for their menus, that they can't honor them. Here's Eva of a pizza joint and Jonathan and a Washington University professor talking about this issue.
Buy a small pizza, you get the second pizza for $4. We've never offered that special. It also tells you that we offer a large for the price of a small pizza. That's not true. We can't, as a small family business, honor a Google AI special.
It will sometimes take liberties to get you the result that you're looking for. How are you asking prompts? How are you asking questions? The collective conversation and not just this like binary call and response.
Just come to us for any information regarding us. And really when it comes to any other company.
Boy, this sounds like some real Skynet type stuff from Terminator.
I don't think so.
They're making up specials for the restaurants on one hand, and then they're going to nuke the crap out of you the next.
This isn't anything new, and that's why I don't think this is, anything of note. I'm not okay with it. Fake coupon deals have been going on for as long as restaurants have existed, right? Like when I worked at the casino, people would come in all the time. I found a Groupon for $100 in free slot play. You have to honor this. To which my response would usually be, the bleep I do. No, this isn't anything new. People have been running scams forever. Now they're trying to say because of AI. No, before AI, it was Photoshop. Before Photoshop, it was Kinko's. Before Kinko's, somebody was at home customizing their own fake coupon. And now that you have computer skills factored in here, nah, this isn't anything new. People will always try to find a way to run a scam. All right, coming up here in just a little bit, scheduled to be joined by the governor of Indiana, Governor Mike Braun. That's coming up right after we have a look at the news.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A shooting that left 2 kids killed and nearly 20 more injured. You got 76 degrees and mostly cloudy skies in the Circle City. Lows tonight in the 50s. I'm Sean Herrick. Here's what's trending at 5:30. That happened inside a church at Annunciation Catholic School in Minneapolis earlier today. Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara says 3 weapons were taken from the scene.
There was a rifle, a shotgun, and a pistol. All 3 had been lawfully purchased by the shooter.
And he says the shooter took his own life. This boy named Weston Halsney is 10 years old, and he was in the church when it happened.
My friend Victor, he was laying on top of me, making sure I was safe, and he got hit. So that was really brave of him.
The FBI says they believe this may have been a hate crime against Catholics, and they're investigating it as an act of domestic terrorism. You might remember hearing about a man caught on camera throwing a sub at a Customs and Border Protection agent. Fox's Jill Nato on where the case stands against the D.C. sandwich thrower.
Sources say a grand jury's decided there won't be a felony indictment against Sean Charles Dunn after he was busted for throwing a sandwich at a federal agent in Washington. A video of the incident went viral showing Dunn shouting, "Why are you here? I don't want you in my city." Soon after, he was fired from his job at the criminal division of the DOJ. Dunn apparently angry over the buildup of federal agents in D.C. ordered by President Trump. No comment yet from the U.S. Attorney's Office or Dunn's lawyer. In Washington, Jill Nato, Fox News.
You probably heard about the media merger. Nexstar, which owns Fox 59 and CBS 4, is merging with Tegna, the company behind WTHR. Terry Heifetz is a senior media lecturer at Ball State. He says FCC rules make the deal a bit complicated for the market.
If Nexstar is allowed to continue and own 3 stations, Channel 4, Channel 59, and Channel 13, there probably will be changes because will Nexstar need to keep 2 full-blown newsrooms?
The merger would combine more than 250 TV stations across the country. It's valued at more than $6 billion. The Powerball jackpot sits at $850 million for tonight's drawing. That comes with a cash option of over $383 million. It's the 6th largest in the history of the game. As for Friday's Mega Millions drawing, that jackpot is at $277 million. And with traffic at 5:32, here's Matt Baer.
West side crash eastbound 70 at Belmont. It blocks the right lane and causes stop traffic back to Holt Road. On the east side, southbound 465. Stop and go traffic from I-70 down to 74, and that's a delay time right now, 15 minutes. Northbound lanes, little bit of slowdown from Penn Pike up to I-69. Inbound 70 slows rural into the north split, and then a 2-minute delay on southbound 65-70, grinding a bit from the north split down to the south split. Eastbound 70 is slow. West Street into the south split. Crash on the northeast side. East 62nd Street at Allisonville Road. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Makes summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Expect a mostly clear and chilly Wednesday night with lows in the mid-50s. We'll track the return of rain chances on our Thursday with spotty to scattered showers possible going into Thursday afternoon and night with highs in the upper 70s. I'm Wish TV Star Trek 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
And I'm Sean Herrick on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You set him up and I'll knock him back, Lloyd. 1 by 1.
The Augury Booze News, cause it's really fun.
Once it hits your lips, it's so good.
Nigel presents
Booze News, Booze News.
Yeah.
Time for Booze News.
Oh, boy, the Tennessee whiskey? Is that what we're doing here?
Real quick,
I'm sorry.
notes. Governor Braun.
Yeah.
Running a little bit late, still scheduled to join us.
Well, that's why I was asking about the Tennessee whiskey.
My bad.
He's bringing the whiskey.
Oh, my God. Then he can be 30 minutes late. Let's go.
Governor Braun will be here in just a few minutes. Tennessee whiskey brand Jack Daniel's has added Heritage Barrel to its permanent single barrel lineup. The Heritage Barrel utilizes a barrel tossing technique to create a unique and rich character. Has previously only been available on special release in 2018 and 2019.
Jack Daniel's friends of the show, by the way. They've sponsored a couple of our events, and the partnership we've got with those guys, man, so good. Tales of the Track and Red, White, and Bowl, those guys have helped us out, made some charitable donations, too.
Hey, man, I'd love to try the single barrel lineup, but, an average bottle of Jack Daniel's, you can't go wrong.
No.
I'm not saying like the other brands that they have under the Jack Daniel's banner are worthy. They are, obviously, but you can't go wrong with just bottle of Jack Daniels.
Right. I believe it was Kesha who once said, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Where did you pull that out of?
Yeah, it's Kesha's TikTok. Oh, here comes the governor. Here he is. But yeah, that was in the song, brushed her teeth with a bottle of Jack. Governor Mike Braun joining us in studio here. We didn't know if you had something on your schedule afterwards, Governor, but we always like to have a beer sitting out for you. So,
This looks like a spotted cow.
This is a little something from Wisconsin, right, Nigel?
Do you know about Wisconsin and spotted cow? You can only get it in Wisconsin.
I do not know about that.
No?
It is a
very good. We had a listener, a guy by the name of Porch. He calls himself Porch.
Drinks beer on the porch.
Well, that's the thing about this job. Like, we have listeners that love this show that just drop us off beer.
Correct.
Does that happen at the governor's office every year?
Well, somebody just gave me a bottle of blueberry wine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, well.
Yeah, came in to visit from the Richmond area.
Okay.
And then just a moment ago, I was eating Grater's ice cream. And is beer on ice cream kind of risky? Or
you tell me. I've never had it.
I've had beer on cereal, but I've never had beer on ice cream before.
Well, we're going to try that.
Governor Mike Braun joining us in studio here. Got a number of things to address. Before we get into the big topic of redistricting and all that kind of stuff, we started the show by talking about this earlier today. And I want to get your opinion because it is the Braun-Beckwith ticket, right? The Braun-Beckwith administration. The husband of the lieutenant governor's chief of staff has been putting more idiotic things on social media. And I feel like it's making the whole group look bad because you're associated with the lieutenant governor, obviously. It's making everybody look bad. I've got a screenshot here from Stuart Ellis. Quote, if you wonder why the GOP never advances conservative interests, it's because they're gay. No, seriously, the staffers are largely homosexual and do not hold conservative values.
That is the husband of Micah's chief of staff.
Correct. What good does this serve, Governor? Like when you see this stuff out on social media, I know you can't control everybody. He's got the right to say it. I get it. But at the end of the day, you're the guy at the top of this ticket. Does this tick you off?
You know, it does because it repeats itself. And I think I've used the term clean up on aisle 5. That gets to be old. You shouldn't be putting stuff out there that's getting on the news in that way. And I think you're going to have to find a way to throttle it back. Otherwise, it's going to become the topic. In no way, though, has it impacted kind of the way we're running government or getting things done.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with your administration.
No, it's a distraction that you probably could do without.
But if it becomes habitual.
I didn't hear about that until just a few hours ago. And when it is kind of the repeat of stuff that comes up like that, it's not helping the total effort. So
yeah, because this has been a habitual problem. And listen, I don't know the chief of staff. She may be a lovely woman. I'm sure she's got a lot of work on her plate. But this guy is not making it easier for anybody. And it seems like he constantly wants the attention.
Yeah, and when it comes to Micah gets out, works town halls, does a lot of stuff that's willing to wrestle with the effort of getting out the stuff that we're interested in. But when this comes into play, it crowds out all of that. So I think the more you can find a way to stay on point, talk about all the things that he's been a part of in terms of being one of the state office holders, that in no way can you spin it in a way other than it's not helpful.
We'll get to everything, but I just want to know, are you cool with the town halls that the lieutenant governor does?
No,
he
and I did one up at Lafayette. Which, you know, I was the featured kind of speaker there, and that was a rowdy one. And I stayed an hour, and I think Micah did too, as we said, hey, we'll talk to everyone, but if you don't pipe down, you know, we can leave. but would commit to hear you out. And we did that. And Michael will stick his neck out and listen. You wrestle. And most of the folks at those kinds of town halls aren't voting for you anyway.
Right.
You know, they're there to complain and raise the decibel level.
They're there to make their own social media videos.
And there aren't many individuals that will do that. Michael will. So when you're doing that and you're staying on point on the policies that we're trying to push, that's what needs to make the news. And he is willing to do that and does it as well as anyone. And if you stay on point there, then you can start gaining points for the agenda and things that we're doing, including what he needs to focus on, as opposed to these kinds of things.
All right, on the subject of being in the news, Indiana lawmakers, wasn't that long ago, J.D. Vance came into town. You had a meeting with him, the vice president. Indiana lawmakers went to Washington, D.C. And, of course, the big topic is the redistricting debate and whether or not that's going to happen in Indiana. So the million-dollar question is, are you going to call a special session for it?
So I've been clear from the get-go that this needs to be a slower process rather than one we rush into. So the individuals that went there, you can see there's already maybe looking at a broader spectrum of information. Jim Lucas, was out strongly against it. Seemed like categorically.
Came back and then said, well, maybe not.
And then all along, and I've been clear that, and it's not a reason that you'd necessarily do it, but the Democrats have come out so strongly against it because they've gerrymandered every place they can get by with it. Massachusetts, the closest comparison to Indiana, 36% voted for Trump, 39% voted for Harris, in our state. So do the math, that's close. They have 9 congressional districts, not one Republican, because they were unabashed about gerrymandering and did it. You look at Illinois; they have pretty well gerrymandered to the extent you can't anymore.
And they're giving everybody a lecture on it right now.
Sure, they're being hypocritical about it. And you look at California, who's already lost a seat just due to people moving out of the state, is now poised to lose 3, 4, or 5 seats at the next census. They've got issues that go much deeper than not wanting us to gerrymander when they've done it to where there's no room left to do it. People are moving out of California, Illinois, and New York because their policies don't work. I mean, they're for open borders. They're not for law enforcement doing their job. They believe in, biological males competing in, female sports.
Right.
I mean, how can you be more off to where that goes deep into independents and Democrats as well on those issues? So
one of the arguments that we hear, and I'm sure you probably hear it as well, your staff hears it as well. Okay, let's just say that the stars are aligned and you're willing to call this special session. Why were you willing to call it for this, but not for the world famous property tax issue?
So when it comes to this, it would be the worst case scenario would be if we called a session and didn't have the votes. That's called whipping the votes. That's going to be up to the leaders of each chamber to make sure they've got that done. That would be something that would be a lose-lose. Texas has gained population over time. They probably needed to do it. And I've already described how gerrymandered every Democratic state is. Republicans have been more methodical, slower-footed about it. When it comes to property taxes, I had a few days left in that session to where now that most people have read the bill thoroughly and see that 2/3, if not more, will have lower property tax bills every year going forward, more of your home is exempted, it wasn't worth walking away from. Plus, try to get something done if you do call a special session. Remember, you can get overruled with a simple majority. So, and we got that bill so close to being maxed out that it only passed by 2 votes in the Senate to get it across the finish line. So that didn't make sense.
And it costs a lot of money for these special sessions, right?
Well, it's going to cost, I've heard estimates anywhere from $250,000 to maybe $350,000. So that's not chump change, but that's a very small amount to make sure that our representation is reflective of Hoosier voters, and compare it again to Massachusetts. If they would ungerrymander themselves to at least get one Republican district, of course, you're never going to see that.
Right.
And they have done it in such a way, they're complaining mostly because they have no room to offset what Texas is going to do. California is going to lose seats in the next census because people are moving out of there. New York, Illinois may as well.
Speaking with the governor, Mike Braun, here on the Hammer and Nigel show. Another big topic we've been hearing about is data centers. Kind of a lightning rod for folks on Twitter and the chat rooms. Data centers, some are very for, some are very against. What are we thinking here?
Well, data centers, if you don't have them, you're not going to be competing for whatever AI is going to do for us. And if we aren't to AI first, China will be. They probably like what they see here. We're the leading edge on that technology, but data centers come at a high cost. One large data center can use 5% of the electricity we totally produce as a state, a gigawatt. A gigawatt, we only produce 20 for all current businesses and households. So, and they take 3 to 5 years minimally to set up a new generation facility, probably natural gas. And until we probably get our hands around small modular reactors, the safe form of nuclear that powers aircraft carriers and submarines, we won't be in a place, nor will any state, not to mention they use a lot of water. So we only have a third of our counties that got enough water to do it, and then everyone is short on electric generation. So it's got complications to it. It's a lot of assessed value.
Is it expensive? Are costs going to go up? Do we have any numbers on that?
If we don't add generation, and a bill was passed that was forward-looking, that every data center that comes online from here forward has to pay for 80% of the electric generation investment cost. And we're going to ideally get that to 120 if people want to come here for other reasons, so they put some electricity back on the grid. Otherwise, you're going to hear more about high electric rates. You're going to hear it from me. You know, Rob Kendall was the loud voice on property taxes. He just was disappointed with the final outcome. Well, here, electric rates, electric bills, Southern Indiana, there's a loud cry because that's owned by a utility that's put a lot of costs into it that have jacked rates down there, similar to what we saw in property taxes. So it's going to be the new property tax issue. I'm going to try to reconfigure the agencies that oversee it to where there's strong ratepayer concern, not just concern for the utilities, because it's breaking the bank as well.
Last thing here before we let you go. When you decided to end the DEI programs around the state of Indiana, whether it be at a university level, corporate level, there was a lot of feedback, I'm sure. We've had a couple of months now. How has been the ending of DEI, and are there still people that are not complying with that?
So originally, there were a couple groups that thought it was going to be the end of the world, brought them into the Capitol, and we had what was scheduled to be an hour discussion that went to an hour and a half, met with them since then, and when I was clear that the only place there was a disagreement on would have been the equity versus the merit. I mean, diversity, inclusion, I mean, we want everybody to have an equal opportunity. I don't care who wants to be involved in something, but when you have bureaucrats determining outcomes through quotas, so you do this, I mean, the Supreme Court said that was not illegal, and we've reversed it. And when you talk about it, there's more agreement as long as the opportunity for everyone's going to be there, as opposed to doing the equity portion, which is contrived outcomes that is generally going to be assigned by bureaucrats and government, which is no good. That caused too many complications. You can see it's unraveling across the country, and we're going to be better off for it.
I know this wasn't an Indiana beer, but what do we think about the spotted cow here? What do we think?
Well, I'm going to say it's about as good as any beer that I've never had before.
Yeah, you can't buy it at Indy.
That would fit in for any beer drinker. I think they could be certain that Spotted Cow is going to be a good one to drink.
You got to bootleg this back into the state, right? You got to go full Smokey and the Bandit and have it, like delivered.
Well, I didn't know I was dealing with a bootlegger. So
you're not going to get any trouble.
No, we'll be okay.
Governor, as always, we appreciate you and your staff for making the time to come down here and talk with us. Thank you so much.
Always my pleasure.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
You know exactly why you need to remodel that kitchen of yours. The space, it's outdated. You can't move around like you used to. It doesn't work like it needs to. You want to entertain and you want to improve your quality of life. This can happen, just not with the kitchen you have. You need to call Booher Remodeling. B-O-O-H-E-R. BooherRemodeling.com. They can take that old kitchen that's deteriorating and broken down and turn it into something that works for you and your family. Their 5-step design process from start to finish, the consultation, the preliminary design, the design development, getting all the documents together, and then getting it done. The best materials, the most skilled craftsmen in central Indiana. Booher Remodeling will guide you through the entire process, starting with the free initial consultation, and they stand behind their work with a 2-year workmanship guarantee. Create that new kitchen. Design experts can use an existing layout or begin completely from scratch. Talk to Booher Remodeling today. B-O-O-H-E-R. BooherRemodeling.com. That's BooherRemodeling.com.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $299 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license, 249 dealer doc, RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540, 36 months, $29.99 due, 0 security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter, expires 9/1.
Do you have an idea for a book, fiction, nonfiction, or a children's book? We can help you put it together and bring it to market at Dorrance Publishing. We have thousands of testimonials from people just like you that we've helped get their books sold in stores and online. We've even got a service called The Writer's Coach. It's perfect for people that have a book idea in their head and they just need someone to help them put it on paper. Dorrance Book Publishing has been helping people just like you who have a book idea, written or not, for over 100 years. Imagine being counted among the most famous authors in the world with your very own book. Call right now and let us help you turn a book idea into reality. It's easier than you think. You just need a little help. Call us now.
800-879-4098. 800-879-4098. 800-879-4098. That's 800-879-4098.
Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield and Common Threads has teamed up with the Indiana Fever to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc.
Buying a diamond has changed. There are mined and lab-grown diamonds. Pierce Jewelers carries both. Pierce can educate you and save your hard-earned money. Shop local. Shop smart. Shop Pierce Jewelers.
Join the Home and Garden Show live this Saturday from 9 till 1 at Anderson Speedway, where they'll preview Saturday night's Night of Thrills. Get thrilled to the max with figure 8 racing, Prairie Farms trailer races, and more.
All right, Matt Bear, what's going on?
All right, south side crash southbound 65 after 465, blocking the left lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to Keystone Avenue. And this crash is also backed up eastbound 465 from the I-65 interchange back to I-69. Southbound 6570, stop and go from the north split to the south split, delayed 2 minutes because of construction. Eastbound 465 on the north side, 11-minute delay from 865 over to Meridian. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Sunshine, 76 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Went a little long with the governor, but man, that was a fun chat. Go back and listen to that, WIBC.com. Producer Allison will get that posted. Do not go anywhere. We got another hour to go. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to My Computer Career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Marek Mazurek. Earlham College and several community partners are in the midst of a 5-year, $100